about the game.
Absolutely, Nathan Kwao sums it up very, very nicely. We come to that Spurs fan in the building, Yvonne. I don't know what she's smiling about. Maybe she's seen the future. We do not know.
No, very, very interesting comment. I see a lot of people keep forgetting that the winner of the Europa League also plays a Super Cup. So there are 4 things at stake here for Spurs. There is the pride, there is the trophy, the Champions League spot, and the Super Cup final. That will translate to the 4 goals you're going to score today. So you're going to score 4 goals. They should expect.
Charlie, you're in behind.
You expect Solanke goal. The Manchester United defense should be afraid of Pedro Porro's crosses because they are coming into full effect this night.
Charlie, your film is high. I mean, Postecoglou, the man. Postecoglou says he wins things in his second season.
Yes.
This is his second season. He's been atrocious in the league. Yeah. He's leaked goals for fun.
Yeah.
He's played a high line when he's not supposed to, and he suffered from injuries, etc. And his team mentally are not exactly there. Do you think that would affect them in this game?
No, I always say that a final is very different. Everybody has equal chance, a 50-50 chance. What we need is the boys to turn up. In 2019, after that Mane penalty, the charisma just dropped. But the entire city is confident. We are supporting the boys. There is nothing else apart from a win that we are expecting tonight. We are going to win. There is no way around it. It's a Spurs trophy. The Spurs trophy.
Shai, you sound very confident. I mean, Yvonne sounds very confident. She feels that Postecoglou can...
I wish I had that level of...
Oh my God. He feels Postecoglou can spare the guys on to win. The lads from North London, as against the lads from North England, are coming together. Both of them will hope it doesn't go south in this particular one as we do go along. But we are still live from the Republic Bar and Grill. It's exactly 12 minutes till kickoff. In 12 minutes, the die will be cast in Bilbao, where the Red Devils will look to exercise the hoodoo of their atrocious season, and the Lily Whites will look for a spotless night in Europe that will propel them into the higher echelons of Europe once again. Nathan Kwao, where do you think this game will be won or lost?
I guess first of all you have to think about the coaches and the plan. You know, what kind of game plan would they have? If, for example, if you look at Spurs' team, it's very obvious what it is they want to do. They want to clamp down on that midfield and dominate it. Sarr, Bissouma and Bentancur are as physical as you can imagine. Because there's not a lot of creativity, they will put themselves about, try to be physical and shut Man United's midfield down. Casemiro will be a target. Bruno Fernandes will be a target. Mason Mount looks like he will be the third man in that midfield. So Spurs want to do that. They want to get a grip of that midfield and then put pressure on Man United. Let's not forget that Spurs will want to play the high line. So if you are playing the high line and you are not in control of the game and it becomes a back and forth or it becomes very transitional, Man United can find ways past that high line and go and put the ball into the net. So I think there's that. But I think the other point I will make is, and Eustace made this point on our way here. Maybe Eustace can expand on that. How much hunger is in the teams, right? I guess on a night like this, looking at everything that's happened, a lot to ride on the hunger, the thirst, the determination to give a very horrible season a good end. So I think it will all come down to the players. How much do they want it? Who wants it more? Who's determined to die out there knowing that there's a chance to put a golden end to a very gloomy season and a chance to pick up a Champions League ticket and represent or be present next season when Europe's big boys clash. I've heard a lot of things. People say that these two teams don't deserve to be in the Champions League next season. Probably true based on league form. But these two teams will go into next season's champions, or one of these two teams.
Deserve to win a lottery. Because he spent 2 CDs and he's going to win $1 million. You know, I mean, come on. Nobody determines who deserves what in life.
Yeah. So
they didn't wake up in the morning and appear in the Europa League finals. I don't think they did. I don't
they played their way there.
I don't think they were handpicked. They played their way there. So absolutely. I mean,
you know, so I guess for these teams, even on the lighter side, on the banter side, they can show up next season's Champions League, right? One of the two, and tell everybody that, yeah, we are here. Somehow we crashed the party and we are here next season to play the Champions League. That's just on the lighter note. So it will be an interesting game.
Well, it will be
fun.
It will be fun. It will be a very interesting game. But Nathan, I listened to all your analysis, and unfortunately, desire will not be enough to actually win this trophy.
Of course, I mean,
desire won't be enough. I think everything will come down to it. We'll have to see blood, sweat, and tears from our players. We'll have to see blood, sweat, and tears from the players of both sides, on both sides of the divide. I think Man United psychologically will have an advantage because per the history of the club, they have legends around the club speaking to them. They will know what it takes to win a game like this. It's going to go beyond tactics. It's going to go beyond personnel. Something inside you will have to give. And sometimes it's just destiny speaking on the night. Like I said earlier, I can't emphasize that enough. It's exactly on the day, 21st of May, 2008. 21st of May seems to be a lucky day for Manchester United. And I think the pedigree of the club, the history, the culture of the club, everything will come into consideration tonight. And at the end of it all, the players will have to believe. The team in 99 for Manchester United was to believe. I was there in 2008. The team was to believe. And I think the team tonight is to believe. Spurs, I mean, for whatever reason, may believe that they want this more. But I think once proceedings get underway on the field, it will be a completely different story. All right, so Nathan, I think I just can't wait for it to start. And it may extend. It may be dramatic. There may be a red card, a penalty kick, whatever finals constitute. But at the end of the day, I'm saying only one thing. Manchester United to lift the UEFA Europa League and access the Champions League via the back door.
So Sergio Manucho is in the building. Sergio Manucho is in the building. Jana,
everything cool.
Everything be that form cry.
Though I'm high, but
It's the incident the
it be normal play. Because it is not, a big game to us.
But Charlie, man, you forces San Mames. So last 3 weeks, no more. They know the pitch. One anti-park, so Sergio.
Real Madrid, then Arsenal, them stay home, then they lose in the Champions League. But jump. Because let's tell them the truth. Are they happy with their lineup? No, because their lineup, fair enough. Let's give them, that benefit of the doubt. But because I trust my boys. Though, I've been quiet the whole season because of their performance. Because I've been see that Tottenham losing over 20 games in the EPL. Because not even Pochettino, not even those low budget coaches, but a coach who's proving himself in the Scottish League.
I mean, Scottish people say Scottish League and Championship are on the same level.
Fair enough, but that one itself is an experience. But losing over 20 games, because relegation. But I trust Angie. Last week he read my message and my mail. He responded. He said, "Thanks, Sergio. Do you know what I sent him? 2019. It's because of Pochettino. That's why I don't have a girlfriend.
Why? What happened? Tell us the story."
I got a bank manager girlfriend, and this girl, he's been there. He's cooked. Forget it. Then times to your boy
on the level. The Manucho. Yes.
Street in
correct.
And this girl was sick. I told her, baby girl, my team is in the UEFA Champions League final. Pochettino will win me in the cup. So I beg, take this drug, sleep. Now me about the cup number.
No.
I chose my team
over the girlfriend.
The girl had to call his grandmother to take her to the hospital whilst I was watching the game. And Pochettino disappointed me.
No.
3 days later, the girl broke up with me.
Oh,
Timinya broken heart still
because of Pochettino.
Fantastic.
So it be you. Yes, some guy cares. That's why the America I go no and go here.
I cares Pochettino because he disappointed me. My baby girl had wanted to, marry that girl 2020.
To say about the marriage has been postponed.
Fantastic. So all I'm trying to say is that mistake Pochettino did in 2019, and do not repeat it. You remember the mistake?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Fantastic. Playing Hurricane over Lucas Moura. Massa. He didn't carry Lucas Moura.
Oh yeah.
We went to Ayas.
I mean, he gave you that win.
Fantastic.
Crucial win.
That's you the guy Ayas. Them streak beating the big boys, Juventus, Real Madrid. He be Tottenham. We spoiled their party.
Last minute.
Come and play the informed player Lucas Moura. You played Hurricane injury prone. Forget about the Starboy skirmishes. Hurricane at that time, or a Starboy, played him left to Casemiro, played him just 2 minutes. We lost the game. I told Ange, son is our captain, our star boy. Don't play him. He sent me, thanks Sergio, noted.
And he put him on the bench.
He's on the bench.
Oh
Check my lineup.
No, I've seen it.
Fantastic.
Brennan Johnson.
Nobody is touching
Dominic
us.
Solanke.
Nobody is
The
touching
man
us.
from Ogun State in Nigeria.
Fantastic. Mention them.
Richarlison.
Check my two.
Brazilian with World Cup
My
experience.
two centre backs. They are going to win
Because
the game.
Sergio should understand that it doesn't matter who starts. If Harry Kane, Lucas Moura had started that final in 2019, on a European night, players don't win it. The heritage of the club wins.
You know, be
And I'm
players who
telling
will win
you,
the match.
I'm telling
Why?
you, the spirit behind the club, the spirit backing the club. And I'm telling you that tonight, you are clapping for your lineup.
No.
We will be back here
This is a
at the
fantastic
end of
lineup.
the game. And I'm telling you that
Use
Spurs.
this. Don't tell me players don't win matches.
Oh.
Why? Carpenters win
But-
matches.
Look, Chelsea
No.
started Ryan Bertrand in 2012. Ryan
No.
Bertrand started in 2012 for Chelsea. They won. Wes Brown was in the Man United squad in 2008.
Forget it.
It's not about the players.
It's not about the players, it's about the carpenters.
It's not about the players.
It be the
No,
players who they play the
it
game.
is about who wants it more.
Use this.
Let me line up 11 carpenters and let them decide that they want it more than Tottenham
go
Hotspur.
and
They win.
No. Use
No,
this.
I'm telling you, Sergio,
Use this.
you have no chance in this game. You will play a Highland. We know, forget about your lineup.
Use this.
You play a Highland right after the center line. We will exploit those spaces.
You think-
Bruno Fernandes will fly
you think
tonight.
We don't learn from our mistakes.
Oh, you've been making the same mistake.
Wait for
and
it.
you considered like 50 goals in the league already.
You 3 times this season.
That's why you should be worried. Because if you won 3 times, do you think Man United will sit down for you to dominate?
Listen.
You are not Barcelona. Make no mistake about it.
This
To dominate Real Madrid in that
The
way.
cheapest ever game this season is tonight.
It's the cheapest game.
The cheapest ever.
I'll
No
come back
pressure
to you
from
after
anywhere.
90 minutes.
No pressure. No pressure. Check my front line. Mention them for the listeners.
Richarlison.
Fantastic.
Dominic Solanke.
Good.
Brennan Johnson.
Fantastic. The underrated boy B. Johnson. He get 2 goals tonight. Second half.
Johnson has how many goals against Man United?
Good.
this season?
He came. The fans were shouting Johnson. No, he's been our revelation. No, forget about Beverly and another squad. But the boy, he's that guy. Tonight, forget about scoreline. Forget about 3 points. All I know is I'm, picking up my first trophy. After winning the cup, we go sack Angie Postecoglou. Oh yes. I trust him tonight.
Then after tonight, you sack him.
So one night stand.
Yes, you know.
With,
you know what we did to Mourinho.
with this intention.
Now you think
With this intention. How can they win?
you think our honest care?
Because you sack him anyways.
Your goat self will sack him before an actual final. Your Mourinho will sack him.
You said our goat.
Your goat.
Do you know a certain Sir Alex Ferguson?
Oh, child, you people rate Mourinho so high. We sack Mourinho.
But how is he our goat? You sacked him You sacked him 2 days before the final.
Fantastic.
Did you win the final?
Yeah, we know what Mourinho was pushing for. Was share for the Magic Cup. No. Because we are winning them.
Sergio Manucho Goncalves is heated, but after halftime we'll bring him back. But before the game begins, we'll go on for predictions. Starting off with you, Yvonne. What are your predictions, especially for the first half?
4-0. Pedro assist. Solanke goal.
1-0. Pedro assist.
4
in the first half.
4
4-0 in the first half. Eustace. Okay, I'll come to you. Mr. Call. Mr. Q.
Oh Lord. Do I predict with my head or with my heart?
You can combine the two.
Okay. I think Man United will win this game. Close. I think United will win.
So please pay no attention to Epson. He's causing fear and panic. We are still here at the Republic Bank. The game is about to start. But Nathan, your predictions. You said Man United will win very closely.
Close game.
But do you want to put your head on the line?
Close to 1.
2-1 Man United. Eustace Niakwe, what are your predictions for this one?
This should be 1-1 after 90 minutes, extra time, and then penalties. But Man United to lift the trophy.
So 2 Man United fans say Man United will lift the trophy. 2 Tottenham fans think it will be a walk in the park for the men from North London. But we are yet to find out in Bilbao at the Estadio San Mamés who would triumph at the end of this crunchy European fixture. The ball is in the center of the park. The players are tensed. I can imagine what is going through their minds right now. Kickoff. The Lily Whites are playing from left to right. Ball goes forward. Manchester United will clear. And Tottenham look to be playing in a 4-3-3. Man United in their customary 3-4-2-1. Which system will come up trumps? Man United with an early spell of possession at the back. But you look at this formation and it actually looks like they're playing a 4-back.
Well, I mean, as I said, some of these shapes are just fluid. They are just reference points. So I guess players will fill in. We'll see some changes. You don't expect shapes to be static in game. They will be fluid and they will respond to the demands of the game. So I guess we'll be seeing a lot more of that as the game plays out.
And also Tottenham, they've not repented from their high line. And you look at how high that line was. Man United caught them offside. We're caught offside. Would this come back to bite them some way, somehow?
United will have to ensure that, teams may set up in a high line. You will have to punish them. You will have to ensure that they regret that decision. So United will have to be aware of the line, know when to pick the pass, know when to make the run, and see how they can benefit from this Spurs high line.
Absolutely. So Man United will be looking to more or less exploit that tactical loophole. Pedro Porro on the right, the one who said Yvonne said would be assisting that first goal, throwing to Tottenham Hotspur. The nerves need to settle. The game needs to settle. 1 minute and 24 seconds played in this particular one. It is still 0-0. No goal has gone in yet. The Estadio San Mames would come alive soon. Man United with an early spell of possession. Ball goes forward. Tottenham will clear. They'll look to keep the ball in the center of the park. Tottenham on the attack. Can they find a long ball forward? Looking for the pace on the right side. But absolutely fantastic defending. Or so it seemed from Luke Shaw, who's looking for a corner. I don't know exactly why. But who's looking for a goal kick? Sorry, I don't know exactly why. Because that was the most obvious corner. Goal kick I've ever seen. But let's see from the replay. Was that a goal kick?
Took a deflection.
It's a goal kick. I think it went off Bernard Johnson last. So I think that should have been a goal.
So if Tottenham find a goal from this, imagine the controversy.
Well, yeah, but United will have to move on. These things happen in games. These things do happen in games. United will have to move on from that and see. The most important thing is they should not concede from this. They need to start the game and start it really, really, really well. They need to start the game and start it well.
So Tottenham with a corner, first corner of the game. Ball goes into the box. There's some pushing and shoving, and Man United would win a free kick. Harry Maguire, how key do you think he will be in this game, Eustace?
I think we need characters in this game. Man United need characters in this game to step up. The men have to step up. And Harry Maguire has had an exemplary season in the midst of all the calamities that have befallen Manchester United. I think he will step up. He's played as an auxiliary striker. We've seen in the game against Olympique Lyonnais. If it wasn't for Harry Maguire, Man United will not be in the final probably. But this is another game for him. It's going to be very physical. He'll have to step up, take the bold decisions, make those moves up front anytime there's a set piece. And I think he's integral to the success of that regard for Manchester United. So, it's a whole game coming up. And hopefully, Man United will be able to sail through.
So hopefully Man United will be able to sail through. Yvonne is sitting on tenterhooks. Even though she had so much confidence, she's watching this game intensely. Is the vim diminishing small, or you still there?
No, I'm just a little nervous that we are winning.
How can you be nervous and predict 4-1? That came from a place of confidence. Nathan Kwao is the nervous one. He said 2-1.
I'm still confident. But anything could happen.
Yeah.
But I'm still
Awesome.
confident.
You've got the emotion is written all over your face. Nathan Kwao. I know how this feels. So my experience from the Champions League final in 2021. Listen, I must have watched 10 minutes of that game in total. 10 minutes of that game. Listen, I couldn't watch that game. I turned off my phone because I didn't even want to be tempted to check the scores. So I can imagine how you're feeling. But Man United with a ball into the box, can they find the first goal? They can't. But are you impressed with how the game has started so far?
It's quite cagey. First 5 minutes of games, you can't really see much. Not a lot is determined in those minutes.
So Tottenham with an error at the back, and Man United capitalize on it. Ball weaved into the box, and that is a clearance from a Man United player. And Spurs will build again. Yes, carry on, Nathan.
Yeah, I was just saying that usually the first 5 or so minutes you feel things out. You feel each other out. You don't want to overcome it. You don't want to do anything silly. So I don't think that we'll see anything extraordinary or over the top. I just think that the game will settle and then the chances will start to fall for the teams.
Absolutely. So Nathan thinks we should have a little bit of patience. The game will settle. Ball at the back with Luke Shaw playing a left centre back position, looking like a left back at this moment. Harry Maguire, one of Man United's most experienced players. I mean, what kind of psychological recovery did Harry Maguire have to do? He was vilified. He was spat on. He was discarded, but he has come back from the dead. Come on. What does it say about a player of his caliber?
Well, it's a prime example of a player with supreme personality. He's a personality monster, if you ask me, because from the depths he's had to come from and stay in this Man United team. He could have left when, of course, he was the easy target. Everybody was pinpointing him, but he stayed at Man United. He fought for his place, went on the bench, came back into that squad, and ultimately he has been able to pin down the place in the starting 11. He's one of the stalwart figures in the club at the moment, and I think it shows on the pitch. He shows on the pitch his mentality, his attitude, his movement, the leadership quality. Even though he was stripped of the captaincy, you can still tell that there's still some leadership quality with Harry Maguire. And the characters, like I said, I can't emphasize enough. The characters like that are needed on a night like this to win trophies. So Man United, Harry Maguire, I think he's a player that gels that defense together. He's able to calculate when to take those calculated risks and move forward and play as the auxiliary striker, come back in there. He's the vocal voice of that rear guard, and he's immense to the success of this team, I think. And Kosi, if Man United are to keep Spurs at bay, I think whatever Harry Maguire does at the back will be very, very, very instrumental.
Absolutely. You still think Harry Maguire will be key to this Manchester United team? The Man United are currently playing from right to left. Ball goes forward. Tottenham Hotspur will look to defend that. They are still looking like they are playing a high line. And Rasmus Højlund, Eustace's favorite player, is dispossessed. But Rasmus Højlund has come under a lot of criticism. Ever since he joined from Atlanta, he's not been the player people actually presumed he would be. As a Man United fan, would you give him time? Or perhaps he's not good enough for this Man United team?
I think that United will have to cut their losses and move on. I think that.
You don't think he'll ever make it?
I don't. It's not like I don't think he'll ever make it. Maybe not at Man United. I just look at him and I wonder. I don't know whether it's because teammates don't trust him. But even when you look at him individually, you can tell that some of the instincts and some of the things needed to survive and thrive as a striker, he lacks. The movement is poor. The confidence is on the floor. I think United need to cut their losses and quickly move on. That's why.
But Nathan, it seems Amorim is confident in him because that's a surprising contrast.
But is it because there's nobody who is
competing with him? When you are bought for 70 million or something thereabout from a club like Atalanta, the expectations are great. He came in and I think he started well. Before he got that injury, of course, the numbers weren't so bad. But he's come back and a lot of people think he's busy for nothing. Amorim sees energy.
But he was bought on the back of a 9-goal season. A
9-goal season where he played as a supporting striker for Atalanta. Now he's in a Man United team where he's supposed to shoulder the responsibility of goal scoring.
That's why I'm saying that I wonder if he's cut out for that. Does he have what it takes? Does he have what it takes to lead the line? Does he have what it takes to play under pressure and play as a Man United forward? We've seen a lot of Man United forwards. Playing for the club comes with a lot of
Nathan, let's look at it. Let's look at it realistically. If Man United will get strikers, even if they get 2 strikers, they'll still need a backup. They'll be fighting on 4 fronts. They'll be fighting for the FA Cup, the Premier League.
So before you carry on, that passage of play saw Mazraoui clear the ball. Andre Onana was completely flat-footed. If that ball had got into a Spurs player, it would have been at the back of the net. Yeah, but Spurs have a corner as a result of that. Andre Onana, feeling like the world's best goalkeeper, is in the post, motioning to his defense. Spurs have a corner, a very dangerous one. Can they make the most of it? The ball is about to be floated into the box. The players are in, ball into the box, and Andre Onana punches to the edge of the area. Bissouma back to the left side of the attack. Ball into the box, and Man United should clear that very easily. And they will look to restart again. And Tottenham have the ball at the back. And Man United are pressing very high. Amad Diallo, has he conceded a free kick? It looks like he has. But Amad Diallo as well, Eustace, has been a revelation. People wondered why Eric Ten Hag did not give an opportunity. But I mean, what do you think of this young lad from the Ivory Coast?
Well, Ahmad has been spectacular, and when he's been absent from the team, we've been able to tell that they've lacked some bite in front of goal. Obviously, the numbers going down, but he's come back, and in a few games, he's been able to pick up that match form. You've been able to see his footwork, his ability to play on the wing back role, and I think Ahmad's role and Amorim is a marriage made in heaven because he fits directly into the system Amorim wants to deploy. And even if you decide to play him as one of the double tens that Amorim likes to put up front behind whoever is striking. And big chance for Spurs.
Tottenham in the box. Can they find a goal? Onana saves a Man United defensive block.
Wow.
Tottenham on the attack. And I can see the Tottenham fans. Yvonne was excited about that. Are you excited about how the game has started for Spurs so far?
Yes, when we started threatening their attack, the team relaxed at the back. So when our forward started putting pressure at the back, we are able to get opportunities to score.
Okay, so Yvonne is excited. She feels that, listen, the pressure will yield. But Mazori, he crashed, however you want to say it, into Richarlison. But Tottenham won the ball up the field. Crossing to the box, Onana had to save a shot, and Harry Maguire was there to block. And Man United escape. And Spurs have a free kick in a very dangerous position. Nathan Kwao, with how Spurs are playing this game, it seems very balanced. Both teams are in it to win, giving it absolutely everything. These are kind of games that are won on moments.
Yeah, I mean, you need to find your moment and take it. It's a final. And as, wiser, older people have told me, finals are won, not played. In the end, nobody will care how you won that final. So you have to go and win that final. So players will have to take their moments, the chances that will come, and things like these free kicks and things. United will have to.
So Spurs have a chance,
careful.
And Man United have conceded a corner.
They need to be very, 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 very careful. Spurs are beginning to crank up the volume slightly, and United will have to show a lot of strength and a lot of resilience to hold them off. You can tell that a few nerves are there, but United need to stay locked in. They need to ride out these moments and see what they can do on this other side. Spurs have a corner, and I think that the warnings, the warnings are there. Spurs are reminding Man United of what it is they want to do tonight. They want to win the final. They are not here to play around.
Definitely, Spurs are not here to play around. But first of all, they have to play this corner. The referee is having a word with the players in the box, simply because he's seen some pushing and some shoving. But a corner to Tottenham Hotspur. They are second of the game. Man United have none. So the ball they have one. Ball into the box. Can Tottenham get on the end of it? No, they can't. But that is a foul to Manchester United. Patrick Dogu comes under the cosh after Brennan Johnson jumped unfairly with him. And Tottenham have it all to do again, as Man United would look to build. But Eustace, have the odds shifted on the football stock exchange? Or perhaps people should be looking at other things to invest in?
Well, the odds are still very much in the balance. Spurs started this game a little over 3.2. It's still at 3.25 after the first 13 minutes. Man United still slight favourites on the balance of play at 2.45. If you think there'll be an outright winner, which will be Man United, that will be 1.70. If you think Spurs will win outright, that will be 2.10. And still, if you think we will see 3 or more goals in this one, we are at an odd of 2.60. Remember, it started at 2.0 and is now at 2.60. It's a big chance for you to make some cash. But if you want a 50% dividend or a 50% interest, that should be over 1.5 goals for you. That should be your pick, and you would be smiling. We have other options. If you think there'll be a goal before halftime, that is also available at 1.50. 1.40 if you think Man United will score a goal, and 1.52 if you think Spurs will score a goal. So many dynamics on the Sporty Stock Exchange, also known as the Sporty Bet app. You should get on there. Don't just have hard breaks for nothing, but you can also actually make some money from this one. Manchester United is on the attack, and as you can see, the dynamics keep the odds fluctuating minute after minute.
So Man United on the attack, ball back into the middle of the park. Man United yet to construct anything productive. A long ball to find Patrick Dogu. He does square the ball into the box. Tottenham flounder and they concede a corner. Christian Romero had to push that out, and Man United are showing some intent. And that ball from the back from Harry Maguire, perfectly timed. Patrick Dogu acrobatically sliced it across the post. Nobody could get on the end of it, and Christian Romero concedes that corner. But I mean, the set pieces are coming thick and fast. Eustace, do you think there's one of these games that will be decided by set pieces?
Well, with the way both of these teams are very intent on playing from the wings, I think we'll have a lot of corners coming in. I think free kicks will have a lot of tactical fouls because it's quite cagey still after 15 minutes. And
Man United with a corner. Can they find a ball in the box?
What's the shot?
That should be a shot. And Man United almost take the lead. Man United come very close to taking the lead. Amad Diallo with a shot. And that was close, Nathan.
It was a whisker away, and he's actually asking for a corner kick. He's actually asking because it looks like it took a deflection.
There,
wow.
He managed to create it and shoot the ball across goal. A touch, and that's it. And United would have been in the lead, but it hasn't happened.
Oh, was close.
But that's the first good attempt from Man United after 16 or so minutes played.
But Eustace, this should have been a goal, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should have been a goal. Should have worked the goalkeeper at the very least. He was claiming for a corner. I think he thought it went. The last touch was of a defender, but it looked pretty direct to me. And Amad Diallo should be doing better. I mean, I know he's been off pace, off color for a bit, but with chances like this, he needs to work the goalkeeper at the very least. The shot should go on target, and I think and there he is on the ball again, on the wing again, and he's probably the most dangerous player about Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United.
Talking about Bruno Fernandes and Nathan Cole, he's been anonymous so far. We've not seen him come into the game, and he's a big player, and Man United need him. What do you think they should do for us to feel his influence more?
I think that the game is still settling. I think it will get to a point where we'll start to see Bruno. I think when the game starts to get stretched and all, let's not forget, Spurs are still playing a high line. United are also trying to see what they can do to make use of that high line or exploit that high line. So I think that's where we'll start to see Bruno threading the passes through, getting the wingers, getting the attackers in there. But this is it's still a little tentative from the two teams and how they've started. I guess that's why we haven't seen Bruno yet. It's still a little helter-skelter. And let's not forget, Spurs are playing 3 men in midfield today as against United's 2 if you want to look at the shapes as we see them. So Spurs will get on the ball a lot more. Bruno will have to make use of the possession as and when he gets it, and he will have to make those efforts count.
So Spurs on the attack. Man United clear that. Harry Maguire, no nonsense defending. Who start away, and Spurs are looking to walk the ball back into the box. But no, they concede a throw-in, and Bruno Fernandes, who we spoke about, is finally visible to us. But then again, was that a foul? So the VAR look at that. Maybe not deliberate, but Man United effect the throw in their own half. Long coup forward. But Eustace, you could see in this game that both teams are doing what is necessary. There's no unnecessary playing from the back, etc. There's players just hoofing the ball forward when they have to and clearing where they have to. Is this an issue of the mentality the players have gone into the game with?
Of course, you cannot be remiss on a stage like this. There's no room. There's no margin for error whatsoever. You can't pass out for the back. This is safety first for both of them. You have to be very, very pragmatic. It's a one-legged final. There's no second leg where you actually have a chance to right any wrongs. And I think they are going into the tackles full-heartedly. They are passing the balls when they have to. And I think this should be a point of instruction from both of the coaches, because I haven't seen Ange Postecoglou on the touchline with any antics so far. I think the players are playing to his rhythm. But here comes Amad Diallo, the most dangerous player on the pitch so far. He's been double marked. He's been triple marked by Spurs. They are looking not to give him any spaces at all. And I think it's the fine margins that will make a difference in this one. But Man United, I've been impressed so far. They've been able to cling on to possession much longer than I thought. I thought they were going to come in and try and play on the counter-attack. But they've been very, very pragmatic about going forward. Gone down the wings when they have to. Patrick Dogu has been a bundle of energy. And in the middle of the pitch, that's where I think they have been outnumbered. But fair play to them. They are moving through the sides. Mazraoui has been a stalwart at the back as well, supporting the attack whenever he can. So, Kosi, it looks cagey, and I think as the game unfolds, after we've done 20 minutes, so hopefully after the first 35 minutes, we'll gradually see a pattern play out. And I'm hoping. I can't hide my bias tonight. I'm hoping Manchester United will get on the scoreboard first and foremost before Spurs would have the chance to answer.
So Yvonne, Sergio said that irrespective of the result tonight, Ange Postecoglou should go. Is there a school of thought you subscribe to?
I said at the start of the season that he had to go. We acknowledge that there have been some injuries. Key players have been off. But he's such an uninspiring coach. When you hear him at the presser, there's always complaint. There is no, maybe aura from the players that he's oozing from him.
So ball into the box from Man United. Can they find a header by Tottenham clear? But it's not gone yet. Amad Diallo on the edge of the box. He finds a pass and the goalkeeper says thank you very much. He's creeping into his arms.
Easy for Vicario.
Yes.
Easy. Yes. So, well, if he wins the title, I think he should stay. He should stay.
He said he's uninspiring.
He yes.
I mean, it's a one-off.
But he's had a better legacy than Pochettino. He would have a better legacy than Pochettino.
But I mean, but you look at his style of play. Is it one that you feel will take Tottenham to the level they want to get to?
Absolutely. We have good players. I saw a David Bentley lineup. It was a head-to-head Manchester United players and then Spurs players. No. In every position, no Manchester United player outclasses.
But you've got the players, but
yes,
the tactics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he plays a high line. He plays a 4-3-3 all the time. I mean, do you think he's the one to get the best out of these players?
I feel so, honestly. Like I said, it's about the injuries. If every player is fit the entire season, we'll be able to see something.
So you want Ange to stay?
If he wins.
But if he doesn't,
yeah, he should go.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure you want Ruben to stay. I'm not even going to ask you. Do you really want him to stay, Ruben Amorim? I mean, he's not going anywhere, but do you want him to stay?
I will give him up to December of next season. Right, December of next season, to see what he can do with this squad. The squad has to produce better results than they are producing now. He's made the point that he didn't come in early, or he came in late, came in January. He's not had time to settle. The players are no use.
But it's just excuses.
Well, they are. On one hand, they are. On the other hand, you can kind of understand. Are they facts? Yes, they are facts. But still, managers are supposed to help their teams win games. And Amorim hasn't done a lot of that in the Premier League. That's why I say that he has up until December. I will give him up until December of the new season to see what he can do. What fans want is to see a visible play style, more chances being created, more goals being scored, and the team just winning games. Winning solves everything. So Amorim must try to get the team to win more games in the league next season. Because as you win, you pick up points. Look at where Man United are. It means Man United, they've lost 16 games. That's 48 points. If they had won just half of that, they would be in a far better position on the league table, right? But they haven't done that. They haven't done that at all. And I think that's all on Amorim. I think he has to do a better job of getting this team to win games next season, to get the confidence to come in, and to get players who can better understand this play style. So everything can come together: results, performance, all of that.
Absolutely, everything can come together. There was a coming together in this game. I think it is a foul. Dominic Solanke has been anonymous. We finally see him, and Ange is on the touchlines. I wonder what's going through his mind. Tottenham would pop the ball around in the middle of the park. Can any of these teams find that decisive goal? They are all building up and being very patient. But Eustace, that was the worst pass in the history of football. Ever since football was invented, I've not seen a pass any worse than that.
Coming from a Spurs player, that's not surprising. Pedro Porro will pass the ball into touch without any pressure.
Without any pressure, I mean, he was in acres of space.
Yeah.
I mean,
but the most important thing is that the midfield battle is still up for grabs. So too much over elaboration by Spurs there, and Man United are able to restart. Patrick Dogu takes the ball out for a throw-in. But, Kosi, what we are seeing basically is two teams who are very, very cautious on the night. And I think they'll have to be brave. They'll have to take the initiative and take the game to the opposition Whoever is able to do that first will draw first blood, and then I think subsequently we'll have a game on. We need a goal to settle this because it's quite cagey. It's been cagey for 25 minutes. It's still cagey, and I think until we have that first goal, this final will be devoid of a certain level of excitement. But I'm looking in that midfield. Casemiro is really putting a shift. I think he's being outnumbered in the middle there. He'll need some help. Definitely Mason Mount. Is he up to speed? I think from the balance of play and what I've seen, he can probably give an hour at best. Looking at the fact that he's coming from and the stretcher, but that was close from Amad Diallo.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been a bright spot for Manchester United. But I mean, Nathan, you look at Man United and how they line up against Chelsea. People claimed that it will come back to haunt them. They should have rested a lot more players, especially rested a few of their key players. But if Amorim goes and loses this today, do you think you look back at that Chelsea game and say, listen, I should have rested my key players?
I don't think so. I mean, a game at Chelsea was an important game.
You didn't need a 3 points.
I don't think United even wanted to win. But I guess when you are building up to a final, what you want is to give players rhythm, give them a run out, have some miles in their legs and all of that. So I don't have too many issues with the lineup he chose for the Chelsea encounter. It was the best he could put together, and he did. Unfortunately, United didn't win that game. No surprises there. The most important thing is tonight. He has to get it right tonight. Irrespective of everything that's happened, he has to get it right tonight. And 26, 27 minutes played. He's goalless as we speak. Let's see. Ruben Amorim, as I said, he needs this, right? The Man United will need this for all the reasons. Clout, history, bragging rights, a great end to the season, Champions League ticket, money, and all of that. So Ruben Amorim must understand what is at stake, and he must get this team to go past the line, go over the line, and get the result they need tonight.
Absolutely. Man United have to do everything. Spurs on the attack. Can they find the ball into the box? They do. To nobody in particular. And Patrick Dogu pulls that out. And he's saying, why didn't you talk to me? Why didn't you talk to me? Onana, what's my name? Should have at least spoken. And they miscommunicated. And that ball goes out for a corner. But how important are moments like these, Eustace? Does this have anything to do with the synergy in the team?
Of course, it tells the story of a unit that's very disjointed. They are not a perfect unit at this time. And you can tell Patrick Dogu will just walk into this team halfway through the season. And you can tell that the communication mishaps are there. They need to be together as a unit. Andre Onana has to be more commanding in the middle of the goal and speak to that rear guard. But here's a corner from Spurs, and I think if we're going to have a goal, it's most likely going to come from a set piece.
Absolutely. We've got quite a few of those as well. We are still live from the Republic Bar in Grill in Osu. As you can see, I'm sipping my Coco. The green one. Yeah. It's going down. But the Red Devils up against the Lily Whites. Tottenham have been on the ascendancy. Ball goes all the way back. And Vicario would clear that. No elaboration whatsoever. He clears here and he finds the Tottenham man. And it's ping pong up on that pitch. Tottenham lose out. And Mark Diallo concedes a free kick. I mean, what a player he has been for Man United, Eustace.
By far the best player for Manchester United so far. Bruno Fernandes is a marked man, and Amad Diallo is probably the best outlet, the best chance Man United have of getting forward. He's been a handful, absolutely difficult to mark, even when they've doubled up on him and tripled up on him. His pace, that bursting pace he's got, is always something for the red guard to think about. And I think they've spent quite some time thinking about how to deal with Amad Diallo, and that has gone to Manchester United's advantage. But here he comes again, one-on-one, beats his man, gets into the box, squares it, but is not finished again. But like I said, the live wire of the team so far.
If there's anything to come from this game, Nathan, I mean, it's going to come from Amad Diallo. But then again, with all of his industry, he's not getting the support he requires. Rasmus Højlund, we've not seen. I mean, for you think he can't cut it. But do you think Man United, with Zegzi, who is on the bench, have the material to turn things around tactically and personnel-wise?
Well, I think that Ahmad coming back is really good for Man United. You mentioned that he's an additional threat, and he will be a threat. the challenge is this, that when he's wide and he's bringing those crosses in, players must gamble. Players must be busting a gut to get into the box to see who can get to the end of that. Because one touch, and that's it. United find their goal, they get the breakthrough, and they're in a good place. So a lot of the players will have to, try and be in the box. Rasmus Højlund, he has to push on. He has to push on. He has to try and be there. He has to be there or thereabout to cause headaches to Tottenham Hotspur.
Absolutely. And Man United have another opportunity to launch the ball into the box. Yes, we finally get a shot of Rasmus Højlund, Eustace's favorite player of all time. He really believes in the ability of Rasmus Højlund. Eustace, Nathan Cole says he doesn't think he'll cut it at Manchester United.
Well, I also doubt he'll cut it, but I know definitely the reality of the situation is that United can never get in 3 strikers at a go, and definitely they'll have to manage the squad. They'll be fighting on different fronts. I think Højlund, honestly, I wanted us to sell Højlund, but looking at the situation,
He just came in, give him a chance. He's a young player.
Yeah,
How old is he?
so we relegate him to the bench. He's a backup striker coming in occasionally, FA Cup runs, give him time to develop because he looked pretty good before that injury, I must admit.
Ahmad again, but I mean that was the worst cross since 2001. Eustace.
Not in football history this time around.
The worst cross.
But Ahmad is growing in confidence, and I think if Man United will score, it looks like the most likely source. This is a team that has been devoid of goal scorers. You look at the figures of the forward players. Ahmad has been absent for a while, but I think Nathan, he still leads our goal scorers aside Bruno Fernandes.
I'll have to check, but
To cross-check that.
it hasn't been a great season on the scoring for Man United. Not a lot of players have contributed in terms of
How many goals does Højlund have again?
Højlund
All season long. He's in single digits. I mean, be rest assured
I
about that.
just saw somebody in the stands wearing the Man United jersey with sharp on it. It reminded me of players.
This season he has 4 goals in 31.
Rasmus Højlund has
4 goals.
4 goals in
After
31.
70 million pounds.
Yeah, 4 goals in 31. Let that sink in.
Wow.
I think Harry Maguire has more goals than he has.
It's probable. It's probable, but it doesn't cut it, like I said, for Manchester United levels. And to think that this team has gotten to the final unbeaten. Everybody's forgetting that Man United has not been beaten so far in the Europa League this season.
Quite interesting stuff. The last time
108 teams in the whole of Europe.
The last
A
time
Man United fan,
the last time
MC Kobe Perry, is telling me out of 108 teams, we have not lost. Man United has not lost. It is some record, but will it remain intact after the next 90 minutes? We'll live to see,
we'll have
Nathan.
to see. The last time United were unbeaten in Europe, they went on to win the Champions League in 2008. So that's something for those who love. Yeah, and they won it this day in 2008. So those who love history, patterns, numbers, coincidences, all of those things. That's something for you to chew on. That is, if you choose to believe some of those things.
Some of the conspiracy theories are ridiculous, man. And like I said, I saw somebody in the stands wearing a jersey, the sharp, the retro Man United jersey. Reminds you of players like Eric Cantona, etc. I mean, can you compare them to this current crop uses?
Obviously not. Those were great times in the history of Manchester United. The good old 90s when Roy Keane, Eric Cantona, Dennis Irwin, Peter Schmeichel came in. We had great players, Man United at the time, and these were men that built the club upwards. They were men that had character, men of steel. We had the class of 92 going through, and then the rest of the players being bought from outside, certain qualities. Andy Cole, Dwight York coming from the likes of Blackburn Rovers. Fergie tried so hard to sign Alan Shearer, I remember back in the day, but it didn't work out. But this was a Man United team that was building a winning mentality.
So Tottenham on the attack. Destiny Udogie is taking his destiny into his own hands, and he has conceded a free kick. The referee flash a card? Probably not. Richarlison is remonstrating, saying the shirt was being pulled. The shirt was being pulled.
He go be chuka for class.
Yeah, the referee said, "No, my friend, go back. You can't tell me what to do. I am in charge." He said, "Everybody, go back." Reminds me of one day when we were young. We used to go to the nightclub, and one of our friends was really short.
I know the story. you are getting.
Yeah, so we got into the queue and the bouncer counted 1, 2, 3. You go back, go home.
And that's exactly what Richarlison is doing.
He's saying, "Listen, Amad Diallo deserves a yellow card." But I mean, how have you rated this game so far on a scale of 1 to 10 with regards to excitement?
Excitement has been at a paltry 4.5, if you ask me, because we're hoping to see intricate patterns of play. Two teams that were very, very intense on showing what they can do. But rather, we've had two teams, and you can't blame them, Kosi, to an extent, because I think all through the season, you look at the goals conceded, they've come in very, very cautious because the final. What happens when you go 2 goals down? These are teams that don't want to test it, that don't want to put that risk on, and you can understand that it's going to be cagey for a very long time until the first goal comes. But currently, here's a free kick to Spurs.
So Spurs with a free kick on the edge of the box. Andre Onana hopping on this line. That is the worst free kick since Ghana gained independence. Absolutely terrible free kick from Tottenham. He might as well have not taken that free kick. Terrible free kick, Nathan Kwao.
Really, really poor kick. It didn't travel far. It didn't clear anybody, and it allowed United time to breathe. But Spurs are still on the ball. You know,
Ball into the box. Can Dominic Solanke find anything?
And
the referee says no.
Handball.
The former Chelsea and Liverpool striker who cut his teeth properly at Bournemouth at the mouth of the goal could not stand the might of Lord Maguire. Lord Maguire, the presence of who intimidates opponents. Lord Maguire, £80 million defender who is finally paying his dues to Manchester United. 36 minutes played. Nathan Kwao, have you been impressed by the game so far?
No, and I'm not surprised. It's a final. It's very cagey. Everybody's edgy. Nobody wants to open up. I expect this to be like this for a while until a goal is scored.
But Man United give the ball away.
Andre Onana very hesitant.
And Lenny Yoro.
Yeah.
Lenny Yoro needs to learn. Lenny needs to learn that you do not play like this in a final.
You know, Yoro will have to be very careful. Look, Spurs' front line, together with Pape Matasar, very quick, very physical, and they are very good in terms of doing the counter press. So United will have to be very, very careful, especially when they get on the ball and the ball breaks and there's a 50-50. Spurs' players are more athletic, longer strides, bigger bodies, more physical. They can get to the ball. And in those transition situations where you are out of shape, you misplace a pass. Once the opponent intercepts, that's it. You are completely out of shape, and they can go on and cause some damage. So United will have to be very, very, very careful. Defenders need to be a bit more urgent. The passes need to make sense. And I'm looking at Andre Onana, and at the start of that sequence, he stood on his line. He didn't want to come for the back pass. I think he needs to be, a bit more daring, a bit more.
But when he's daring as well, you put say
look, for example, why are you on your line? Just come out and relieve your defender. Because the more you delay, the defender thinks you are coming. He's trying to hold off a striker. Once a striker outwits him and gets in front of him, that's it. And 1v1, you would fancy the Spurs forward line. So Onana will have to be very careful. He would have to very certain in what he wants to do this evening.
Man U with the attack, but the cross doesn't go past the Spurs defender. Spurs who are breaking through Richarlison. He takes his man on, strides, finds the pass. Can Tottenham build something from this? The Man United midfield say no, they will stop them. The game is getting physical. Man United with the turnover. Rasmus finds a pass. Ball goes forward, and Spurs would clear, but the referee will bring it back. Is that an infringement? It looks like one. Rasmus is making himself busy in that particular one. Mickey van der Ven is with his hand all over him. But Rasmus, Eustace's Rasmus has conceded or has given Man United a free kick, and Ange Postecoglou cannot believe it. Man United will take that very quickly. Ball to the right. Amad Diallo shoots, and Vicario picks up the ball like Peter Piper picked up a pair of pickled pepper. He says, "Thank you very much." Amad is on the pitch. Alarm bells for this Man United team. But if Amad is to go of Eustace, what would this mean for this Man United team?
because that will be disastrous for the team. Because I think Rasmus Højlund is doing all the right tackles in the wrong places. You start to question whether he's a center forward or a midfielder because he's in the wrong place at the wrong time most of the time. Amad Diallo is the best threat. Like I said, Bruno Fernandes is constantly a marked man. He doesn't have the time of freedom. You can see how he's constantly being frustrated with the tactical fouls when he drops deep. Amad needs to stay on. He needs to be very careful. He's tagged a shot or two already. He needs to try and stay without that yellow card because he is the best chance of Man United. Those runs on the wide areas is actually Man United's best chance of scoring from this game so far after 40 minutes. It doesn't look like they have a striker on. Who can Man United turn to on the bench? Kosi, this is how...
Joshua Zexi. This
is how the standards have fallen. But again, it's a final. And all we need is a victory tonight. Man United win that ball.
I mean, but what's a tackle from Harry Maguire? You need those. I mean, he looks like the most committed player on the pitch.
They do need him. When you even check, for example, some of the platforms, he's the highest rated Man United player on the field. I think he's done his work well, but United will have to be sharper. Bruno's passing has to be sharp. Bruno's passing has to make sense. I know Spurs have the high line. I know United want to take advantage.
So ball into the box. Can Spurs find a goal? And they do. Tottenham Hotspur have taken the lead. Brennan Johnson has found a way to beat Andre Onana. The Lily Whites are ahead. The Red Devils have been condemned to the damnation of going behind. And Andre Onana should have done better. But Tottenham have found themselves in front. I saw Sergio running up and down. But Eustace, are you surprised by this?
Well, this comes as a bit of a surprise because I think honestly it is against the run of play. Man United seem to be doing so well, and I don't know when the ball was turned over because this is quite strange. But Spurs had 3 men in the box. Ball was floated in. Is there a call for offside?
No, not. But then the ball literally crept in.
He latches onto the ball. Did it touch his hand?
No, it crept in. I mean, Onana did all he could. But then again, that hits a Man United player. So it might go on as an own goal. But Onana...
I think Brennan Johnson must have touched it ever so slightly. And then to get it like off.
And Angie is en route, winning things in the second season. Sergio Manucho is here. Sergio, you said before the game began that Tottenham were going to do this. Are you surprised? Talk to me.
Oh, I told you this is the cheapest ever game of all time. Because you know me too well. We've played matches. And I know Man United. I know them too well. We are not we are not yet done. Let's see what will happen. Because, I know Man United can worry. They've been dominating the game since from the blast of the whistle. And, I was a bit scared because the pressure upon pressure. Time we leave now. Let's see what's going to happen.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Yvonne as well is excited. You predicted 4-1 scoreline. You seem very happy.
Yes, we've broken the deadlock, but still, there's so much work to do. But we've shown that we can score from impossible positions, because that was a stretch from Brennan Johnson. So I'm really excited. We just need to add more goals, and then it's a done deal.
Amazing. You can hear it in her voice. Let's listen to Nathan Call's voice as well. We'll probably hear something contrasting, but he's found a right laugh some way, somehow.
Well, I just felt that Spurs, every time they went ahead, every time they tried attacking, they kind of had that dangerous air about them. And I said it, United's uncertainty sometimes in defense was going to be a problem. United are a goal down now. Spurs have found that breakthrough, and it's a great.
So can Man United find an equalizer?
Time to get a goal if you are Tottenham Hotspur. Wonderful time. It puts pressure on Man United. They now have to try and get a response in a game where it's important.
So ball into the box. Can Man United find the equalizer? No. Spurs who clear. Yes. Carry on, Nathan.
Yeah, I was just saying that in a game that's very important for Man United and all the things they want to do. Spurs have the lead. Spurs, I think, have been just about good value for their lead. Let's see what United have in them. Let's see how they will come back, if they will come back.
Absolutely. Let's see if they will come back. Tottenham are not known for having a certain level of defensive prowess. Should it be encouragement to Man United, Eustace?
Well, Man United will know that this Spurs team usually keep a high line. They will have to set up with a low block in the second half because in as much as they want that second goal, they want to protect their lead also. And it gives Man United the license, actually, if I should say, to move forward and press them in those areas. Rasmus Højlund, I've said, is not a forward player. At best, he's doing what Alan Smith was doing for Man United some seasons ago in the heart of midfield, tackling about. That is not where the efforts are required. We need him to go on target and shoot at the goal. He's been very, very much absent. And what I mean, this is schoolboy. This is schoolboy defending. Taking a look at the goal again.
A clumsy goal to concede in a final. Ball comes into the area, and you can say, Luke Shaw didn't know anything about it. But what about Andre Onana?
No, I mean, with a deflection, you can't blame him too much. He tried his best to claw that out.
Well, I guess
on full stretch, yeah.
And then the deflection happened. Maybe it's his fault, maybe not. Let's see what United do and see how they will respond to this, because this is a major setback for Man United.
So let's see what United do. It's almost half time. 2 minutes of time added on. One of that played. Spurs will clear. They would want to go in with the psychological edge. A ball goes into the box. And Vicario will say, thank you very much. I'll grab that and hold it to my chest. The Europa League final is very much alive. But the looks on the faces of the Man United fans is nothing but alive. They are wondering what hits them. The fans in the stands are shaking their heads. The lads from North London are hoisting their flags. Can they carry it on for 90 minutes? Ball moved forward. Tottenham have looked good so far. They have taken their chance. They stride into the box. Can they find another one? Ball on the left side. Cross goes in. And it is absolutely too much. They would have needed a jetpack to get to that. And Tottenham have considered a throw. Patrick Dogu, I think he's from Aflau, if I'm not mistaken. Play on the left side of the Man United defense. And it is halftime in Bilbao. And Tottenham will go into the halftime break with a lead. What a first half we had. So we'll take thoughts on the first half. Then we take a break and return for the second half. Nathan, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, the game didn't really light up, but Spurs took that one moment, that came to them. In finals, you take anything you get. It was a very interesting goal, for Brennan Johnson to almost like force the situation, be there at the right time and cause havoc in the Man United penalty box. So I just think that they've just been about good value. In terms of the attacking play, they are the ones who've gotten on the ball more, they've attacked Man United more, they've threatened, and now they have a goal. And in the final, once you have this advantage, you have got to manage the game. You have got to ride it out. United will have to dig deep now to see what they can get, to see how they can salvage a final. They say that, the team's history is steeped in a lot of these crazy comebacks. Well, they need to call on the ghost of 1999 to see how they can do a comeback tonight.
Absolutely. So they need to call on that ghost of 1999. Eustace, apart from calling on the ghost of 1999, what does Elda Amu have to do to his choristers in the second half to get them to sing the melodious tune that will lead them to victory?
Well, I think Man United have played well. If I'm not being biased, I think that they have been the better side, completed more passes than Spurs, and dominated the game for longer periods. But then again, in the final, what matters is who gets those opportunities on target, who works the goalkeeper more. And for all their dominance, I think Spurs have been the more dangerous team every time they've attacked Andre Onana's goal. And once Onana was in goal, there was always that vulnerability for Manchester United, even though they played well. Rasmus Højlund, Andre Onana, I think, will score the least for me when I'm looking at it from a Manchester United perspective.
He didn't do too badly, did he?
Who?
Andre Onana.
No, I mean, first time of asking, dangerous chance.
No, but I mean, come on. There was a deflection. Let's be fair to the Cameroonian.
Well, Edwin van der Sar would have gotten to this.
Because of he has longer reach.
Yeah, and I'm saying so you need to be quicker off your feet. Because at the end of the day, that's why you are manning the goal and you are being flown in private jets to AFCON and you are taking so much for salaries. We need to see genuine effort I mean, try. Everybody
He tried.
said,
He tried to
didn't
scoop the ball out.
He didn't even look so confident because you saw that one-on-one opportunity with Lenny Euro when he was supposed to. I'm sure the communication was made. Make that run close up.
It's not because of some of these comments from pundits like yourself.
But you need to be confident on a night like this. When
What if he's confident and it backfires?
when he went out and he faced Nemanja Matic, he shouldn't have made those errors he made on that match day. But you saw how it happened. I'm sure he's been banned from doing any of those press conferences. Just go in and get the job done. Put in a shift. Be confident when you have to come out. Come out and get it done. When it's done properly, there will be no questions. But Andrew Onana doesn't look like the safest pair of hands for Man United. I think that vulnerability about him will always be there. Once he's on the line, Spurs will fancy their chances. And you can see the way they float those balls in. They're always quick to shoot because they think Andrew Onana is in goal. He hasn't been the poorest for Man United because I think Rasmus Højlund has been busy for nothing. To me, he's been the poorest man on the pitch for Man United. He has made all the right runs in the wrong places, be physical about nothing. And Amad Diallo, the brightest spot for me. The midfield still hangs in the balance because both of the teams are trying. Man United are playing an inverted system where there's an extra man dropping into that midfield row. I think Ruben Amorim will make a tactical switch at halftime. I think we'll see one substitution. I think there will be a beef up of the midfield.
So who comes in the second half? Who comes in? I mean, Mason Mount as well has been anonymous.
Yeah. Mason Mount hasn't been. But what did you expect? I didn't even expect Mason Mount to start this particular one. But he started, and I'm looking at the lineups for Man United again. I'm looking through that bench. It's going to be very difficult for him to make that call. Ruben Amorim, I'm not able to access the bench of Man United at the moment. But see if you can help me.
So let me help you with the bench of Man United. Kindly, let's see who would be called upon if there need be for Man United to come and save the game. So just very quickly, I'm going to go through the bench of Man United now. The lineups, I mean, lineup was a strong one. It was one of the strongest ones they could have. But on their bench, they've got Harry Amas. Who went to? Did he go to TI Amas? I don't know. We might have to find out. What is he amassing on the bench? Bayinders Collier, Toby Collier, Diego Dalot, Christian Eriksen, Johnny Evans, Alejandro Garnacho, Aiden Heaven, Victor Lindelof, Kwabena Menu, Manuel Ugarte, and Joshua Zexi.
So I think Kobe Menu, Manuel Ugarte would be options to come on.
You're looking for a goal.
Yeah. But we need a bit of physicality in the middle of that pitch to allow Casemiro the freedom to assist Bruno Fernandes in the 8th row. So I think honestly, Mason Mount has put in a good shift. He hasn't been fit all season. I didn't think he'll start this game. He started. He's put in a decent shift. It's not good enough for me, but I think Manuel Ugarte. Probably Kobe Benu should be introduced to bolster that midfield and get the runners on the ball in the offensive transitions. So Diallo, best player of the game. If he's allowed some freedom, I think he should drift into the central areas and try to take on that shot first time. Vicario hasn't really been tested, and I think that's been Man U's biggest problem, despite all the intricate play in the middle of the pitch.
Absolutely. So that is what the first half looked like. We'll take a break. We will be back for the beginning of the second half. Stick and stay on SportyFM, your voice of sport. We'll be back to bring you the second half of what might turn out to be an intriguing game between Man United and Tottenham Hotspur.
Showed they managed to press high, they force United in situations. And once they started to get some joy down the flanks, you could tell that they were going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. And it's one of those crosses that allowed them to get the goal. I say that it doesn't matter how they go in. Once they go in the right way, it matters. Brennan Johnson, great ability to be in the box and cause confusion and then push Man United into scoring and over. So I think Spurs just about deserve the lead they had. United have had some possession. They've not been able to break through and puncture Spurs' backline. I get the sense in the second half they might try the crosses, but I wonder if that's the approach they want to take, right? I wonder if it will make sense. I wonder if that's what can get them back at home. But it looks like they'll have to start getting desperate very, very early, or start to force the issue to get themselves back into the game. But I think Spurs have been just about good value for their lead after the first half.
Well, that is what I'm talking about. Currently, I'm looking for a Ghanaian West Spanish lad. His name, other than no other person, Sergio Macoto. There's no that. He's a tournament referee, one of the most notable Spurs fans you can ever have in Ghana. Sergio, good start for you. How time is your league for 1-0?
Fantastic. Big hands, they call him. So he might leave at the end of the season, but that's the practice. So we are ready to say, capitalize on the chances. Getting one goal, protect it at all costs, and take it out. The shout to my boy, Brennan Johnson, coming to this game, there were a lot of passion. Why you blah blah blah. But I think it's not that it's okay for him. So the first half goal, I believe that we won the entire first half. First 30 minutes, we were down. United dominating both midfield, defense, and everywhere. Still, the up front, both teams are now performing in the upfront. Look at Rodland and look at Sola. So I expect my coach Pickard to do more there. In the next 15 minutes, see that. If we can score, we should get a breaker. We are missing Maddis. Maddis in there. We can't break that. He's waiting for us. And I'm afraid these guys, United will come in half second half. Equalize so that the pressure will be on us. If Spurs can't score 1, 2, 3 goals, we should protect that one.
Are you busting the mind of all those in wins? That was to hear from me. Are you busting their mind? The Tottenham was still going to win this?
It's a good job, sir. And everybody in the sporting team. I'm telling you, this is the cheapest game of all time for Tottenham. I'm not your boy. This is 3 games to win them. And this is cheap. Our capital is not inside. Son is at the bench. I pray Son just monitor from the bench. Tell the boys, put them from the bench. After 90 minutes, come and let's go out. Kevin, and SportyFM this night is from Tottenham Hospital.
Well, thank you, Manucho. Yes, he's a Ghanaian West Spanish lad. And sorry, you get that from him. That has been the 2 sets of device and the neutral. Tottenham was the flag. They are very lots of confidence. I'm hoping that what we saw in the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, have picked up a very exciting result on second half of the Manchester and so we are waiting. I don't know if United is still moving on to 3-1 finish.
Welcome back to Sporty FM. The second half has just started. 15 minutes flew by so quick. Eustace, what is the stock market looking like for the second half?
As dynamic as ever, Spurs have now tilted the odds in their favor. They are now favorites as things stand after 48 minutes. They are leading by that low goal. Their odds is currently at 1.7. Oh shit. Their odds is currently at 1.75. They are leading by that lone goal. They are the home team for tonight's match. And if you think Man United will come back and win this one, you are looking at 6.0, 6 times your stake. If you think there'll be 2 more goals before 90 minutes, you are looking at 2.30. So much dynamics in this one. Spurs have tilted the odd balance into their favor. They are now favorites to win the final is at 1.4.
So ball into the box. Can Man U find a goal? They can't. That's way off target. Yes, Eustace.
1.42 to lift the cup and 2.85 for Man United to lift the cup. Who will score the second goal? Man United are heavy favorites on that. 1.95. Spurs are 3.45. Next goal. That option is available only on the SportyBet app. And I promise you that it will keep changing. Number of home team goals, number of away team goals. If you think Man United will score 3 goals, we are looking at 14.00. So many options on the stock exchange, also known as the SportyBet app. You could actually go on the number of corners. If you think Man United will have 5 corners or more, you have a chance to double your stake. And so, Kosi, I will keep the house updated. We've done 48 minutes. Another yellow card for Van de Ven. Spurs are looking a bit desperate because Man United are coming out with all the fire and are trying to get back on level pegging. So it promises to be a very interesting second half, and I think we're going to have at the very least, 1 more goal, and hopefully it should be from Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes should advance to the more offensive roles. I think he's been too deep, Nathan, if you ask me. I didn't think Mason Mount should have started. I didn't think Luke Shaw should have started. Yeah. But when you look at the shift they put in, I think it's about time. An hour maximum, looking at the cumulative fatigue and the number of games they played this season, an hour maximum for them should do. Man United just need to be calm and get that equalizer to get back into the game, Nathan.
Definitely.
Well,
yes.
I hope they do. I hope they do come back into the game. I just think that, Spurs' physicality in midfield was always going to cause a problem. The pressing and all. And the goal came from Bruno Fernandes losing the ball and then allowing Pape Matassa to get a crossing, and then Brennan Johnson running into the area. So United will have to be very careful. I kind of agree with you on the Bruno being deep. I think that you want his threat further up the field, but United don't have a midfielder.
Where's Manuel Ugarte, Kobe Menu? Let's take a risk. Manuel Ugarte,
But
Kobe
these are defensive-minded midfielders. Used to.
Yeah, I mean, our most creative player is playing in a deep line playmaker role. Why not push him up and play? I mean, as somebody who's a defensive-minded player to take care of what happens behind. We are entrusting Bruno with the responsibility of tackling. That shouldn't be a part of his game. He should have the freedom to pick out Ahmad, to pick up Rasmus Højlund. And because Bruno is not further forward, the attack is very, very blunt.
Of course, there's a lot of expectation and a lot of responsibility on Amad Diallo. Mason Mount has not given anything on an attacking side to Man United, so it has allowed them to be a little blunt in attack, especially down that left-hand side where Mason Mount is operating from. It hasn't really been a good evening. Some people are beginning to wonder why Ruben Amorim made those decisions, especially with Mason Mount starting. But I guess in the end, we'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe he felt that Mount could give United something in place of Bruno, who, is playing deep now and all. So we'll have to wait and see. Amorim will have to turn it around. This is the biggest game of his season. He has to try and turn it around and get Man United back into this, or else it's been a very poor season. He doesn't win the Europa League, no Champions League for Man United. And, it just piles on the pressure. It just makes things a tad more complicated, a tad more difficult. You can't shake off the weekly tags of you are not playing European football next season. So it's a huge, 39 to 40 minutes for Ruben Amorim. He has to try and turn around for Man United.
Absolutely. Ruben Amorim has to find a way. But Eustace, Tottenham have been surprisingly disciplined. It's not something we've said too much about them this season. Does this show you that in the final, you don't play like Nathan says? You go out there and try and win them.
Of course, you have to win. By whichever way possible, whichever means, whichever tactics. It's all about getting a win. If it means that you have to play 5 defenders, if it means that you have to withdraw your attackers, if it means that you have to be a bit cautious, wow.
Well, the passion is rising here at the Republic Bar and Grill. People are watching this game intently. Mason Mount has a mountain to climb if he is to make himself visible in this particular game. 52 minutes played. The clock is ticking. For every second it takes, Man United fans will feel the European trophy drifting away. One set of fans that I believe would not want to see Tottenham walk away with this is the Arsenal fans. Simply because they would have won a trophy before Arsenal did, a European trophy.
It depends. Some Arsenal fans don't care. Because some people say that, look, there aren't a lot of Tottenham Hotspur fans in Ghana for banter and all of those things. And so they'll say that they don't care. If United doesn't win, they are fine. And then there's a section of Arsenal fans who look at this and dread the fact that Spurs are actually going to win a major European trophy before they do. So it's a split. It's a split that I find really, really interesting.
Absolutely. Nathan Fire. But he can force a smile somehow, even though Man United are down.
You'd have to. You'd have to force a smile and look at it and say, look, it happens. The final, somebody will win, somebody will lose. So let's just see. Let's just see how United handle the rest of the game. I don't think this is a good place for United to be in, conceding first in the final and all of that. Let's see if they find a response. Let's just see if they find a response. If not, they'll look at this season and say it's been really bad. Amorim will have to try and rebuild. They'll have to try and get players in without the lure of Champions League. It makes the work more difficult. But that's what happens. When you don't put yourself in those positions, you will have to work twice as hard to bring in the quality and the players you need. So let's just see. Let's just see what happens with the rest of the game.
Let's see what happens with the rest of the game. There's at least 27 minutes of it left. We see Mason Mount, who can't get past his player. And Man United will build again from the back. Can they find any incursions? Eustace predicted there'll be a tactical change. There was none. So Man United will have to persist with what they have. Slicing through the midfield. Can they find a ball in? No. But Eustace, the creativity has been non-existent in this Man United team.
And for the whole season, it's been Bruno Fernandes and no other player in that creative role, that creative responsibility. He's shouldered it all, and to withdraw him to play as a central midfielder in a game like this is a decision that really baffles me. I've watched him, and I thought he would have the freedom to move forward, but funny enough, he's been very disciplined to that central midfield role, has not advanced as much, and of course the possession in the dangerous areas for Man United has not even counted for anything at all. That's why Rasmus Højlund and Diallo have the balls in the wide areas in the wrong positions, because they need somebody in that number 10 role. They need somebody in that hole who will find those passes. Højlund is isolated. He has to drop deep to be able to get the ball. And I think he's putting in the shifts. He's putting in some energy. But what are the channels created? United need to get pragmatic. They need to be adventurous. They need to take more risk. I think they've taken risk against Spurs already twice. Amorim has done it twice. Hasn't gone well for him. He's playing Spurs just like he would play a Chelsea or a Liverpool team. But I think with the score currently at 1-0, they need to actually let the shackles go. They need to get into offensive mood and try to get a goal before the 60th minute.
Absolutely. Tottenham are doing everything in the books, including the dark arts, to ensure that the Red Devils are subdued. Richarlison was crawling on the floor for that one.
You need that. You need that. It's important. You know, when you are a goal up in the final, you do everything possible. Eat up more time, frustrate the opponent, just make it a very ugly thing for your opponent to handle. So, thumbs up to Spurs. Thumbs up to Spurs for doing that. United will have to respond. I think in hindsight, I don't think that Mason Mount decision was a good one in hindsight. I think it's really blunted United in attack. Mason Mount is putting himself about, but he's not doing what you expect him to do. It means that Bruno's creativity is missing, you know, and all. I think it was just a very bad decision for Man United to start with Mason Mount. And I don't know how long, you know, and I don't know how long it will take Ruben Amorim to respond.
But Bruno Fernandes,
to do something.
I think Bruno Fernandes has been the most fouled player on the pitch, and it's because he's playing in areas
and he
where he's
that
vulnerable.
Deep, yeah.
Why should he be that deep? He should be freed. Move forward. We need you. We've got Ugarte, we've got Kobe Menu. You need to trust them. You need to trust them and move Bruno Fernandes forward. He is the best player. Now, referee obviously is flashing out the cards because Spurs are doing everything to protect the lead. They are playing dirty. The tactical fouls are there. They are drawing the United players back. And I think it's about time the referee stamped his authority on this one. So, yellow card to Richarlison. I think that is a step in the right direction.
Richarlison has been begging for it. Manchester United have a set piece. Can they make anything out of this? Vicario is arranging his wall. Behind it is Bruno Fernandes, who will be looking to whip one in. Eustace, these opportunities don't come often. But Bruno raises his hand, he whips one into the box, but nobody on the end of it. And Man United fail to take advantage of that spill. I mean, these opportunities don't come off in Eustace. But should Lenny Euro have done better with this one, Eustace?
These opportunities are few and far between, as you've seen. United don't spend a lot of time in the box. I think he should have been the first to get to the ball at the near post. Makes that run, no trace of offside there, but you have to reach the ball. You have to make that contact. And in games like this, the fine margins count.
The fine margins count. And that fine margin of that deflection has counted for Tottenham Hotspur. We are still live at the Republic Bar and Grill inside Osu. And we have an absolutely fantastic time here. And Sergio Manucho is here with us. Sergio, Wagwan.
Kosi?
Yeah.
Still not rushing.
Oh,
I know what you know them. Their nickname, the comeback kings. Even 2 seconds, they can do you dirty. So I'm calmer. The calmer sign should be up and calming, and I trust my boys to do well. Second half we are not doing bad. Look at the skirmishes from Bissouma, Sa, and the other squad. It's okay for now. They should keep their composure, but Solanke should be up small during the first hour. Even just 7 touches. I mean, CF at least touch the ball, take people on. I trust my boys to protect the goal. If they can't score 1, 2, 3 goals at Tachi, they should protect that goal.
But do you think Ant should sit back like he's doing now, or Charlie? If we just open up and get some goal.
Open up. This is United sitting back. For what purposes? Open, you can get goal. And Onana is in the post. What are you afraid of? I told you, Brendan Johnson, the most criticized player this season. He will prove us wrong. And it's intact. He's that guy scoring 18 goals. That be GA. Goals and assists.
Goal contributions.
Fantastic. Nobody is touching him. So if you criticize that youngie, you are not being fair. We have, top guys earning so much that they are not doing anything. Why are you not criticizing them? Brendan Johnson got the goal for me, and I'm happy. I trust them to protect the goal so that we can pick our first major trophy.
Fantastic. And what would this mean for your rivals? Because they say, Charlie, Arsenal are the noisy neighbors in North London.
No, for the first time, do you know Arsenal is supporting us?
Oh, really?
There are a lot of guys that are supporting us.
Why?
Because of agenda purposes. They want to finish United quarter. Yes, according to them, Spurs they are not that guys. Like the top goons status. So United being that top gooner, placing, that 17th, 16th in the EPL and failing to win a trophy. That's a Europa Cup. It be big agenda. So Arsenal are saying, Charlie, and who's winning, it be the same thing. Fantastic. So backing Spurs to win that major trophy. They know Spurs fans are not many as Arsenal fans. So Spurs, even if Spurs go make noise, go like
you know go reach.
Just
go reach the roadside no way back.
Fantastic. So I trust my boys to protect the goal so that bam, we take our trophy. Then I can get my first, girlfriend after 9 years.
Fantastic. So I beg you, the ladies listening, Sergio is ready. Sergio is ready. And Patrick Dogu has just won that for Man United. After over an hour played, and I mean, what a player Patrick Dogu has been for Manchester United ever since he joined. He hasn't been a good player. I mean, he's a youngster, isn't he?
You see, I say that it doesn't matter how young you are. You should be able to make certain.
So ball into the box, Amad Diallo, but he gives that away. Should he have shot straight away, Nathan Cole?
I think he should have just taken it. Right, and these are.
So Tottenham on the counter attack. Tottenham on the counter attack. It's 2 against 2. Can they find a goal? And that was a step in the wrong direction. And like Sergio Manucho, you spoke about Solanke.
I told you, he's been.
You spoke about Solanke.
From the blast of
that was terrible.
I told you, bring on Tel at this moment. You know Tel what he can do.
Yeah.
Though he didn't get that much, needed time at Bayern Munich, but Tel at any day, he will bully you to do on the ball and get the goal. Substitute Solanke. He's been off from day one. He's not adding anything to the team. You've seen the likes of Bissouma, Sarr, and Richarlison. They are all doing their best, but our main striker is not doing anything. You just make it go off so that Tel can do that skirmishes for us to win the game.
But do you think a moment like this will come back to haunt Tottenham, Nathan?
I mean, it's too early to tell, but you always note some of these things. And then you can ask yourself later, what if? But for now, they still are leading by a goal. But I think it's rather a warning to Manchester United that, Spurs are quite dangerous on the break. They have a lot of pace. They have a lot of power to use in the transitions. And United will have to be very careful. I thought Amad Diallo should have attempted something when he got the chance in the box. I don't know what he was waiting for. Trying to cut the ball back onto his less favorable right foot. I think he should have just taken that shot first time, So that was a window that got closed. But Man United will have to do something. They don't look menacing. They don't look threatening. Spurs look comfortable. For a team that has said a lot about this final and what it means, they haven't played like they meant it. They haven't played like they mean it, sorry. They haven't played like they want it. And it's Spurs are doing really well on the defensive. They are defending very, very, very well. And it's been just wonderful play from Spurs. Look at Richarlison trying really hard, being a nuisance there, and giving Man United headaches.
Absolutely. Fun fact, Rasmus Højlund cost £72 million and Mason Mount cost £55 million. 2 players who might shine for Man United next season. But do you think they should be the spine of the team next season?
Both of these players shouldn't be in this game even. They shouldn't be in the team, in the starting team next season. It's funny how lots of coaches fancy Mason Mount because his end product is a bit questionable to me. He's tried to step up in this second half, for example, but I mean, he lacks a bit of physicality for the midfield role he's playing, and how far withdrawn he's been. He's been when the team are in those offensive transitions. Mason Mount, I think, could give more to the team. He's just not at the level. I'm surprised it's past 60 minutes and he's the first substitution I expect from Amorim. I think we should get in Ugarte, Kobe Menu. These are all viable options. Free Bruno Fernandes to get into the offensive roles and find the runners of the ball. We are not providing enough of a threat up front. We are not working Vicario. I haven't seen him the whole of the second half. We've been busy for nothing, all about nothing. And I think this Man United team is better than what we are seeing. Casemiro has had to work his socks up because it's virtually a two-man midfield in that central area together with Bruno Fernandes. They've been fouled at every turn, not allowed any space. And I don't know why Amorim is still sticking to this starting 11. It's obviously not working, not the best. Yep. Options on the bench: Kobe Menu, Manuel Ugarte. First substitutions, get them in, get those fresh legs onto the pitch. Let them find the runners of the ball, because it is imperative that United get that first goal if they are even to fight for this trophy.
Absolutely. I used to Sergio, Charlie, Son Heung-min is coming on. Experience.
Sonny is coming in.
What does this mean for this Tottenham team?
Oh, on paper it's good, but can that reflect on the pitch? I told you that mistake Pochettino did 2019 shouldn't be repeated. Fine, he followed the script I sent him, but why not introduce Tel? Introducing Tel for me will be enough.
More pace up front.
Fantastic. Pushing them, a black boy, bantering the likes of Maguire Dems at the back will be beautiful. But, well, this is my captain, and he should play. This is not showmanship. This is not starboy things. You should win it. Even if you are on sick bed, we can give you the armband. Come and lift the cup.
So you don't think Heung-min Son should have any business on the pitch at this time?
Fantastic. On paper, the fans' favorite. But on the pitch, can he deliver? He's been off the entire season. Let's tell him the truth. Come in and 90 minutes at that time. Come and do skirmishes and lift your cup. I think the likes of Spence and Tel should be inside, not my captain.
Okay, so Sergio Manucho doesn't think it's time to introduce Heung-min Son into this game. We are still live at the Republic Bar and Grill inside Osu. If you have not join us now. It's the second half of the Europa League final. Manchester United are trailing to a lone goal. Tottenham are looking to make history. They want to lift their first European trophy. But this season has been a season.
Will actually be their third.
Their third European trophy.
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
But they are the very first, Europa League in this incarnation.
Absolutely. But then again, this year has been the year of underdogs. But they spilled the ball, and that was a goal line clearance. What would that mean at the end? And can they find a goal? Spurs clear. That was heroic defending, Eustace. That was a whisker away. After that mistake from Vicario, should Man United have tacked that away?
There are certain moments, right, in games where if you don't score something like that, you are not coming back in a game. I think that was it. For a chance, like if you don't put that chance away, I don't know how you are coming back into this game. And I think that's that for Man United. I just wonder how they are going to come back, because you won't get a chance as clear as this and not put it away. But thumbs up to Van de Ven to see it and then to stretch a leg and clear the ball. Wonderful defending from Mickey Van de Ven.
But Sergio,
you see the reason why the Netherlands team are not winning any trophy? Bias selection. See, Van de Ven, Amasa. Van de Ven will be warming on bench whenever he's been called to the national team. The likes of Van Dijk, then must forget about seniority and skirmishes. It's not about aura.
It's about
who's the Dutch manager? Is that not Ronald Koeman?
Fantastic.
Ronald Koeman loves once he settles on the squad, he really and he has his favorites, and that's how he is.
And Van de Ven has shown since he came into the EPL. You know what he's been doing. This is a multi-million-dollar clearance. And I pray they move on to take the trophy, because you can't do this dirty job and lose the trophy.
Absolutely.
No. This will be part of the script.
But are you impressed with the discipline of Tottenham? Because one thing we feared going into the game was that high line. And But are you impressed that they can be this solid?
No, not at all. They should at least you add something to it, especially Vicario. What from that blunder?
And
That
a
was
big game.
big game like this, champion. You should put your tactics together, make sure everything is sorted out. Big shout out to my big boy, Van der Ven. They should be leading the team. It's about time. The captaincy should go to the back boys. The likes of Romero, Dems, Van der Ven.
But Romero wants to leave at the end of the season.
Fair enough. Going to where?
He wants to go to Atletico or something like
You should go and ask your fellas. Oshedema knows. Yes, anytime he's indoors alone, your fellas will be crying. Alone. If you are a top goon, fine, maybe he's won a World Cup. It's fair enough. They are in skirmishes. But a pretending team like Atletico
So
Madrid.
Tottenham have won the ball high up the pitch, but they give it away. Yes, carry on.
A pretending, I call them pretenders. Anytime they will show me skirmishes, then at the end of the day, they won't do anything. Why is it so? Because all I see is a slim margin win, then I pick my cup. This multi-million-dollar clearance, that can be off the script.
Absolutely. So Eustace prayer has been answered.
It looks like on a night of nights, Ruben Amorim has made Eustace some of the oddest decisions on the night of nights. Mount starting in hindsight was wrong. Hoyland starting was wrong. Now he's made the change. Mount is gone off. Garnacho is in. And Zexi is off. Zexi is on now for Rasmus Hoyland. Let's see, 71 minutes played. I don't know how much time it will take United to find something. I just thought that the clearest chance they had was the Van der Ven clearance. I don't know how much more they have in the tank, but let's just see.
But Eustace, you look at these substitutions and how do they change the shape of this Man United team?
Well, I'm trying to understand what Amorim is trying to do because I still need Bruno Fernandes to get up the pitch. Zexi is a like-for-like substitution. He will take the place of Hoyland. And Mason Mount, I think, should have come out ages ago. He was given 70 minutes to run around. Not much there. But Mazraoui, I think, has shifted into...
And Man United come close once again. Man United come close once again. And Eustace, I mean, moments like these will come in.
These are the areas you need to see Bruno Fernandes. I think the right things have been done. The right buttons have been pushed. He's moved up that pitch. I think he should have attacked that ball with his feet rather than his head. Should have left it. Patrick Dogu was on the far side. Alejandro Garnacho also as well on the far side. So it's going to be more fierce for United. I think they're going to throw a bit more bodies forward. They will leave everything at the back. If Spurs have a good plan to counter-attack, it might work for them. Whoever scores the next goal in this game is crucial. It's 75 minutes gone. United desperately need a goal. But once again, can they be able to pull the rabbit out of the hat in Fergie time? They've done it once too many times. And that is the main reason why Sergio Manucho and the rest of the Spurs squad are sitting on tenterhooks.
Absolutely, yes.
Wait, I just wanted to add that we are live on YouTube, X, and on Facebook at SportyFM, and we are live on the Republic Bylaws, so people can tune in to watch us.
Absolutely. So tune in. If you are in and around Osu as well, you can join us. There are some amazing people in the building, beautiful girls, wonderful guys. They are having a drink or two, having a chit chat and enjoying the ambience. It's a nice, calm, cool evening right here at the Republic Bar in Osu. After the rains had come down, Garnacho, who came on, finds a cross into the box and straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. And Eustace was not impressed at all with the substitutions. He felt that maybe the midfield should have been bolstered a lot more. But Garnacho has come on and he has looked very, very good. But Eustace, I mean, do you think this will change anything in this game?
Well, obviously, it's put Man United a foot further forward. Garnacho has come into the wide area, and I think tactically they've switched the formation. It's now looking like a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3 still. But Garnacho is further forward. He's not thinking about going backward. He has Patrick Dogu on the run, and that is a shot. And Man United need to be shooting like this. I think in the last 5 minutes, they've had 2 shots on target. That has been better than the whole of the first half. They need a few more shots like this. He had Patrick Dogu on the overlap. He decided to use him as a decoy at the end of the day. But that was a great shot. Strong, firm hand by Vicario to stop that. Garnacho looking like the most likely to score after Amad Diallo had been withdrawn.
Absolutely. After Amad Diallo. But Nathan Cole, I mean, if you were the coach and you've made these substitutions and you probably wouldn't see anything change, would you further shuffle the pack?
Yeah, I mean, you've made your changes. You want to see if they will have an effect on what's happening. And then if those things don't work, you get a bit more desperate, to see what you can do. Maybe chuck Maguire up the top and see what happens. I don't know, but I think Ruben Amorim should have maybe made some of those changes a little earlier, but he's made the changes now. Let's see what United can do to get back into.
So corner ball to the edge of the box. Can Man United find a shot? They can't. Tottenham repel. And the theme of the second half, Sergio Manucho, has been that Tottenham have sat back. They're looking to play on the counter. Isn't it dangerous?
That be the only tactic.
So the counter attack is on. Yes, talk to me, Sergio. That should be a fantastic tactic. But Sergio, isn't that dangerous?
No, that's the only tactic. You have only just 40 minutes to end the game. Are you going to open up? No. See how they are creating chances. Playing the shot and that stuff. Switch back. Getting one or two defenders. I pray.
So that the referee says it's a goal kick. Is he going to look at the VAR? Then it's not. It's, yeah. So yes. Yeah. Sergio. Yeah. Sergio. Yes.
So the switching back is the only medicine that we can swallow now. Best ever tactic. They should continue that way. I think they should bring in Spence. Yeah. Come out one midfielder or another attacker from there. So say you can get another defender to back.
I don't know. I mean,
absolutely. The Man United fans seem to be the only ones who have seen that this is a foul. But nobody else seems to agree that it is.
I wonder how that's going to be given, right? And I thought that in any case, even if it was a foul, I figured if the referee missed it, clear and obvious error, VAR should check. Once it's not being checked, then I think that it was a good decision.
Absolutely. 76 minutes played. The clock is ticking, Sergio Manucho. The clock is ticking. Charlie, should we expect a sucker punch?
Oh, this is the longest ever 30 minutes.
Charlie.
In the world of football. Oh, yes. I pray,
No, I think Spurs will ride it out.
I pray they do, because
I don't think so. I think there's another goal in this game. There's another goal.
From United.
Manchester United will score and take this game to extra time.
How is that going to be possible? Who's going to score? No.
That was my initial prediction before the game.
Yeah, that's
and it's going to come true.
Imagine win for Spurs. It's be intact. So,
Eustace is very, 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 very optimistic that would happen. But Nathan, you don't seem optimistic.
I don't think so. I'm looking at United. They are laboring. Passes are being forced. It's just not happening, right? It's just not happening for them at all. And I said that if you look at the clearance Van de Ven made, look, this will sound right. It will sound like there's no fact or this, but sometimes intuition. When your team is playing and the opponent is clearing such chances off the line, then you have to know that probably that's not your day, right? That's not your day. If your opponents are clearing such chances off the line, you are not going to win the game.
Absolutely. Nathan, the Vim all go. Eustace still has the Vim. But Charlie, the way the game is going, it is looking like Tottenham are inching towards it. But then what would this mean for this Man United team going into a new season?
Kosi, I would say you shouldn't be too quick to conclude. This is Manchester United. 12-15 minutes is a lot of time in football. Anything can happen. Let's not conclude, because this game is not won by any means. Man United are throwing bodies forward. They are running the risk of being hit on the counter-attack. But there is no option at this point in time. Amorim has played two of his cards at this moment, and I think they should be brave. They should get forward. Harry Maguire is in the business of supplying crosses. I think he should get into the box and take on that auxiliary striker role. They have to fight for it. They have to remember moments at Olympique Lyonnais when they came back and won 5-4. They have to remember.
So ball floated into the box. Can Man United find a header? They don't, and Spurs clear. Yes, Eustace.
They have to remember the game against Bilbao. They couldn't have labored through all of that and come up and give up in the final. So Garnacho's coming. He's been really lively. He's shown that best of energy, and he's shown that they can believe they can get this done.
Yeah, so Man United on the attack. ball into the box. Can they find a goal? Absolutely not. So Spurs made a change. They withdrew Brennan Johnson and brought in Black Sheriff's friend Kevin Danso. But Man United are the ones that need help at this point in time. They are keeping the ball. But I mean, Nathan Kwao, that substitution definitely sends a message. For me, it surprises me that Ange Postecoglou actually knows how to play like this.
Yeah, but this is not something he would do on a regular. Typically, he will get onto the ball, his teams will dominate, they will attack teams, play the high line and all. But he's quickly realized that there's a goal to protect, there's a trophy to win. Whether or not he stays or leaves, he would have won Spurs a major European trophy. So I think that you have to do everything and anything to win this final. United have not threatened Spurs hard enough for him to be concerned. Maybe they'll turn up the heat a little later, but they haven't done anything.
Man U striding to the box.
They haven't done anything to give Tottenham Hotspur headaches or worries. None at all. And if I were Ange Postecoglou, I would not be concerned at all about Man United and what they do, between now and the end of the game. United haven't looked like threatening, and they look like a team that will get desperate and start to make mistakes.
So ball at the edge of the box. Can Bruno find a shot? He finds Garnacho. He crosses, and that was a team cross.
Because I think the rest of the game will be played like this. Spurs are allowing United to come onto them. That's why they've made the Kevin Danso change. Have a player have an extra defender, an extra layer of security to frustrate Man United. I don't think United will find a way back in this game.
So Spurs have parked the bus, taking a leaf from Jose Mourinho's booklet, and they can stride all they want. Dominic Solanke with the ball up front. He takes his man on, and he strides forward. Can Spurs find that ball? Ball goes forward. A fantastic tackle, and Man United will break. But Sergio Manucho, do you think it's time to bring in somebody with more pace?
No.
Especially if you are playing on the counter-attack.
It's just 80 minutes. Who are you bringing on board? Add Spence to the defense. Danso is saying, what again? Look, we can score again. But at this time, we should protect what we've gotten. We shouldn't be greedy. Because see, we can do this.
Nathan Kwao can't sit down. He's shaking his head. Nathan, what is going through your mind?
It's one of those things where you can see the final result, right? And you just know that you just know United are not coming back into this. They don't look like a team that can come back. They are not threatening enough. I wonder how they are going to find their way back into the game. Spurs look very comfortable in defense. And we've seen Man United this season, when they've had to play against such setups, they've struggled. United have thrived in the chaos and the back and forth. I don't think they have what it takes to break Spurs down. Ruben Amorim will have to try and do something big to save this game.
Absolutely. Ruben Amorim has quite a lot to do. He has 8 minutes. He needs his number 8 more than anything. Eustace, you look dejected. But come on. Is your belief wavering?
No, my belief is not wavering. Never say die, and that is Man United. Fergie time will show, and they need to just keep the accelerator down, pedal to the metal, and just keep going forward. Yeah. They should pump it, change a few notches higher, and I believe that we will get a result of some sort. It's been very possible in the last 10 minutes. They haven't been able to penetrate this game. Amad Diallo has stayed on the wing and is unable to beat a man at this point in time.
So Tottenham on the counter-attack once again. 7 minutes to go. Tottenham on the counter-attack. Zegzi brings him down, and Tottenham have won a free kick. And a yellow card for sexy Zegzi. And Nathan Kwao is shaking his head.
It's not working. I think Spurs will win this by this scoreline. I think it will end 1-0. And I said it a few minutes ago. You can just tell. You can look, if a team will come back in a game, you can sense they will. You can see they will. There will be signs. United haven't looked like a team that can come back, right? And in such finals, if you score first, it's always an advantage. And I think Spurs were wise to get that goal and now frustrate Man United. I think they've played it brilliantly. There's 4.5, 5 minutes left. I don't think United are coming back in this.
So Nathan Kwao doesn't think United are coming back. in this. Gary R. Smith is in the background. He's shouting remontada. He's probably supporting his North London friends in Tottenham. He says no. Gary R. Smith, there's no way it would happen under the sun, would it?
No. I'm actually supporting United, believe it or not.
Oh, how?
Of course. I mean, I'd rather United win than Spurs win. Obviously, you know, we need United to win, but it has, because if Spurs win, it's not good for Arsenal's reputation. You know what I'm saying?
So Spurs have an opportunity.
And they nearly scored again. United are losing this, unfortunately. So it's done and dusted. Congrats to Spurs. I'm saying that with a lot of tears.
So Gary R. Smith thinks we should congratulate Spurs at this point in time. Eustace Akwe, I've never seen this emotional. Eustace said he's going to chant. He's going to chant. Eustace, there are females in that direction. Please take the right turn. He is going to chant. I know a place in the Volta region I can direct you to. So there's a ball launch into the box by Man United. Can they find a goal? Vicario, Wudu Samir J. Grab the ball, lay on the floor.
It's been a while since I heard that.
And hold it.
To do a Samir J.
Samir J will roll from end to end.
I tell you, it's, you know, I guess it is actually the year of the bird, right?
Yeah.
It's the year of the bird.
Absolutely. I saw that on your social media.
Crystal Palace.
Yes.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
The Liver Bird.
Yes, and then the what's it called?
The
what's
cockerel.
the name of their own? The cockerel.
Yeah.
The cockerel.
Yeah. Absolutely. Kevin Danso.
Hey.
I can imagine the man from Ashanti Mampong. You can't convince me otherwise. Stretched for that. Just like Kwekununja would have done. May he so rest in peace. If you missed that feature on SportyFM, please go back to our Spotify and catch it. Absolutely fantastic feature. Matters of Ablikuma. And that's what we specialize at Sporty. We bring you all the action, different shades of that kind of action. We are bringing you exciting action tonight. Zexi walks into the box and he shoots, and Tottenham would defend with their lives. Can Man United keep it going, or can Tottenham weather the storm? Ahmad Diallo, the man from Cote d'Ivoire, is going out there. But what do you think? Do you think Man United can pull out a miracle, Nathan Cole?
No way. They are not coming back. Because remember I told you that if a team will get back in the game, you can almost sense it. You can almost see it. Man United don't have what it takes. I don't think that on a day of days they've showed enough character, enough poise, enough hunger. That's just it. I don't see how
they've not wanted it enough.
They've not wanted it enough.
And I was saying that I don't understand how you need to be motivated for a game like this. It's Nathan. It's mind-boggling.
It is that
you need to be motivated to do what?
To win a game like this, where you know that it means a lot for your own season. I just find it weird.
Well, handbag time.
It's going off. The yellow cards are flying. Harry Maguire is trying to fight, but I mean, come on, this is just drama. It's the tactics that the North Africans will usually employ to take the sting out of the game and frustrate you. I mean, come on, you know, do a minute. You know, do a minute. Charlie.
This one, he had what do you call it? Spice.
Yeah, which Charlie they roll for ground.
Garnish him.
Charlie, he's still there ground.
Yeah.
What a guy. Oh, Man United fans. They came to Bilbao, but I mean, you came to Bilbao the first time, took something away this time around.
Yeah, clearly United couldn't find the trick again against Spurs, and I don't think tonight is the night where they get it right. It's one of those things. You play your way to the end of the competition, and as I said, you win finals. You don't play finals, and if you know your limitations, you won't have to try and score first. I think United would have been better served taking the lead and then trying to hit Spurs on the break. Once Spurs took the lead, knowing everything that has happened to Ange Postecoglou, there was no way he was going to open up in that second half. As I said, whether he goes or stays, for him, it's a win-win. He wins this trophy, he walks away.
European trophy.
That's big one.
It's written.
It enhances his reputation. The legend of I win things in the second season.
So give me time. Yeah.
That's it. And I think he can look at the people at Spurs and argue out that look at how things ended. We got Champions League.
You didn't support me enough.
Yeah.
I had injured, and he has legitimate claims to make
he
on all that.
He walked into this game with a huge handicap. Lots of his key players were not around, and they've managed to get to this point. I think they are going on to win. I don't think United are coming back. I think Spurs are winning this by a lone goal to 0.
So Spurs are bringing on more defensive-minded players. Jet Spence, who is a right back,
Well, what would you do?
is coming on, and Gray, a defensive midfielder, is coming on as well. That looks like a like for Pape Mate Sarr. Let's see who Jet Spence comes on for very shortly. So Gray in for Sarr, and Jet Spence also comes on. Who goes off in that change? Destiny Udogi, the Nigerian-born Italian, comes off for Tottenham Hotspur. 1 minute of regulation time remaining. Can we now summon the spirit of 1999?
Nope, I don't think United can summon the spirit of 1999. I think that spirit is not showing up tonight. I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening at all.
Is Alex in the stands?
I don't know if Sir Alex is in the house.
So it's time. How many minutes are they on? 7 minutes.
Wow.
Man United have 7 minutes. But I mean, 7 minutes for what exactly?
I don't quite understand why all that other time is being played. 7 minutes. I didn't see any VAR checks and all. Could it be the subs? I don't know. I just think that it's a very, very strange.
So 7 minutes. The crowd are going wild. FC is there screaming on top of his
Somebody
lungs.
has been given a card on the bench.
I don't know who he's supporting. On the bench, you get booked on the bench, man. I mean, your team is losing, and you're sitting on the bench and you're getting booked. He's shouting, using a lot of very unprintable, obscene language.
Obscene.
I mean, you should be on the pitch to help your team, but you
Not on
can't.
the bench shouting.
You know, Diego Dalot goes to Casemiro. He needs to channel all his experience. Man United, Dogu is the player that has gone out. They are looking to at least get something. Ruben Amorim would want to at least take this game to extra time, but Spurs have it all to do. Can they hold on? Joshua Zexi, more goals, and Spurs will block. Almost 2 minutes of time added on played.
Right now, no.
Charlie, Spurs can
2
see
minutes
it.
go.
Almost 2 minutes. Spurs can see it. They can feel it. Ball into the box. Can they find a goal? They can't. And they are
It's a
begging
corner.
for a penalty.
It's a goal kick.
I mean, no referee will give that penalty. Even if the referee was an ice hockey referee, he wouldn't give that penalty. Not in any book in the world. Absolutely not. But this is how desperate, man, you are. Harry Maguire, who was holding on to his man, was appealing for a penalty. Can you believe this, Nathan?
I don't even understand that at all. Right? I don't understand that. But in hindsight, I think that United can look at this game, especially Ruben Amorim, and ask himself a few questions. I thought the decision to start Mount was off.
Yeah.
I thought it took something away from United's attack. He didn't influence the game in any way. It meant Bruno had to play deep, and he became a very easy target for that three-man Spurs midfield.
But why would
that was
he
very physical.
have wanted to start
I
Mount?
don't, you know, I guess he would argue and say that
He's been
done well and all of
in the
that.
last couple of games,
Yes.
last 5 games
And-
or whatever.
and to give another threat. I think United probably should have started Ahmad and Bruno as the 10, Ugarte and Casemiro in the middle, and then you make the changes from there as you go along. But
Put your
I
best
think
foot forward.
you have to do that, and I think Ruben Amorim has let himself down, right? Somebody say, oh, the game is not done. I don't think United are winning this. They don't look it. They don't look like a team that can get something from this game. So I guess they'll have to look at it and say, bad season all round. They'll have to start again. And already before next season, Amorim gets under pressure. He gets under huge pressure, and it will be a tough ask for him between now and December. I think that he will be given between now and December. If nothing changes, I think he will be, sent away.
But they say Agrobe saw if you are not. Do you see anything to indicate that Ruben Amorim is the man to transform the fortunes of this Man United team?
When you look at things that have happened in the Europa League, you can say that, okay, maybe there's something in there, right? In the league, he hasn't done that. I would say that he's saving grace.
So can Man United find a goal? No.
I think that
Tottenham are clearing everything. Clearing agents currently.
his saving grace is that he came in January, and the people who hired him said, we understand. We put you in a difficult position, so you get to escape any retribution. But it's been a very horrible
United
season
are
for
having to play only sideways football.
Tottenham are playing like people working at the Tema Harbour, clearing agents, clearing everything that comes their way. Ball to the edge of the box. Tottenham are literally camped in their box. Man United are throwing the kitchen sink. I'm still waiting for Onana to join the attack. A shot, and
all the way to Rosie.
Lenny Euro shot that. Even if there were two posts on top of each other, that would not go in. And Eustace Niakwe has disappeared. Eustace, please be a man and sit by me and let's have a conversation. Football is a game where some lose. Eustace is still under the illusion that Fergie time exists.
He thinks this is 2005, not 2025.
Unbelievable. You want Fergie time with the likes of Joshua Zexi, Alejandro Garnacho,
and Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire. In exactly 2 minutes, the whistle will go. Spurs can feel it. Sergio Manucho is here. Sergio Manucho, you want to join me very quickly? Or I should give you 2 minutes. Sergio says, give me 2 minutes. I will be here. He thinks it's not over the line yet. Tottenham Hotspur would look to give it all. Man United with the head. Amad Diallo. Can he do some magic? Can he channel his inner Didier Drogba, the Ivorian? Ball into the box. But Spurs will clear. And Man United are looking for a penalty. It doesn't look like they will get one. And Tottenham Hotspur, I mean, what a game they have played in this particular one. They've kept it nice. They've kept it sweet. They've been very tactically disciplined. But, I mean, people are surprised that Ange can actually play this way to get results.
Well, needs must. And he's doing what he's got to do. I mean, this is what any pragmatic manager with a trophy on the line will play. You know, I see the United fans thinking that, you know.
So ball into the box. Can Man United find a goal?
No.
And Vicario saves his team.
And
30 seconds.
And that has to be that.
30 seconds for Tottenham to hold on.
30
seconds. It comes down to this now.
25.
Ball goes there. Amad Diallo needs to put the ball into the box. Can Man United find something? Ball into the box. Did they find the header? No. Edge of the box. It surely should be that now. Zegzi, and the ball is cleared once again. Tottenham can't feel it. They can't smell it, and it's a goal kick. Or is it?
It's a corner.
It is a corner. And they have to defend this.
It's a final corner now.
Final corner of the game.
Corner taken quickly.
You are reminding some fans, eh?
Yeah.
But I mean, the Tottenham fans can't watch this. When Andre Onana is needed the most, he might just come up trumps. Andre Onana is in the box.
That would be something.
Is he going to be the unlikely hero for Manchester United? I mean, the script writers will have a field day. Man United, can they find something from this corner? Ball is about to be crossed into the box. Can Man United find something from this corner? 8 minutes played. Ball is cleared. And that is out for a goal kick.
Side netting.
That is out. And that should surely be that.
That should surely be that.
That should surely. Eustace Niakwe and the Man United fans are walking away. And Man United, through the kitchen sink as Spurs, they were disciplined. They were resolute. And they are Europa League winners surely. Unless, of course, something miraculously dramatic happens.
Miracles don't happen like this.
No, absolutely not. And that should surely be it. It's a goal kick. Spurs will launch one forward. And then the whistle should go any moment from now. The Lily Whites from North London have done it. The Lily Whites from North London.
It's full time.
Sergio, the Lily Whites from... And Tottenham have won the Europa League. Tottenham have won the Europa League. Sergio Manucho is excited. Sergio, you want to join us here very quickly? You said it. He can't wait to tweet. Nathan Kwao said this is how it will end. Prophet Nathan, you saw it coming.
Yeah, you just didn't get the feeling United were going to come back. It was one of those games where United were struggling. They didn't know how to come. And I think Spurs were good. On a day like this where Ange Postecoglou had to go out of character to get themselves the win. And that's it. He's done it. Whatever happens, I say Postecoglou can look at tonight and be very happy for himself. Be very proud of what he's done, regardless of what happens to him, whether Spurs move him on or Spurs don't move him on. I think he has earned the right to feel very good, to feel very great about himself. Congrats to Spurs, 2025 Europa League winners, and they get a ticket to the UEFA Champions League next season. Well deserved.
Absolutely well deserved for them. Man United fans.
Congratulations to Spurs.
Guys, I never imagined it. An Arsenal fan congratulating Spurs. You barely heard that. But before we go, we'd like to hear from the Spurs fans. Sergio, let's talk to you before we wrap up. We'd like to hear from Sergio Manucho, the number one Spurs fan in the building. Sergio, final words before we wrap up on this one.
Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. And the Spurs keep marching on. Do you know the originator of this song?
Talk to me.
United are telling us we stole the song from them.
No,
it's
no.
not true. I'll tell you. Congrats to my boys. I told you this is the cheapest ever game of all time.
How many shots on target did Man United have?
Forget about the shot on target. Playing Messi Mount in 2025. Luke Shaw. People are speculating that Luke Shaw is having, nude pictures of Amorim.
Can you believe it?
Massa. We are in 2025. We are playing Messi Mount, Luke Shaw. Doggy was solid tonight. Back champion, let me celebrate. Cause my bro. One thing about me, whenever I'm going through it, I don't tell anybody. The reason I don't go in for any baby girl, you will tell me, give me your time.
No.
Time. Maybe you're sporty, you
Unbelievable.
fantastic. Tonight is a big night. I told you from the onset. I have never trusted Ange Postecoglou, but tonight that lineup was solid. Seeing the back four, Charlie, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Absolutely.
I'm happy.
Absolutely. Sergio is happy. Ange is happy.
Too much.
Ange says he wins things in his second season.
Fantastic. Call your ancestors. Call your Albert Einsteins. Call them the philosophers. Give me the top 5 quotes in the whole world.
I win things in my second season.
Solid. The greatest ever quote since Yankopon born is through Nasase. Is I win things
in my second season.
This is the greatest ever quote.
They say never judge a man by his first round.
Fantastic. But we will sack him.
Oh
yes, we can't continue seeing him that big suit. No. Yenisika. And I'm happy for Daniel Levy. I wrote to Daniel Levy 14 times last year. This year, I've just written to him twice. He's never responded. He knows me. I'm happy. And I know every Spurs fan is happy too. We've gone through it. Because you were living testimony.
I know.
We played Liverpool 60-40, 60-40. Both first half and second half. 2019 Champions League final. But we were defeated. You remember our golden era? That, French goalkeeper who won the World Cup.
Hugo Lloris.
What's a World Cup about our form? A certain Moussa Dembele. Name them. We had Danny Rose Dems. At a point, our, right back, Kyle Walker, assisted by Kieran Trippier, and a certain Kyle Walker Peters. 3 players. At a point, England national team were calling 7 players from Tottenham Hotspur. Remember, your golden boy, Dele Alli, Maza. Now Dele Alli boy have a ball, Kroma. Jude Bellingham, a friend. No. So this is a feasting moment. We for feast. I told them, I promised them, but I didn't make it loud. I'm going to share 20,000 tonight.
Unbelievable.
Oh yes.
So breaking news: Sergio Manucho is distributing 20,000 CDs tonight.
I will announce it on Twitter.
If you are not
Just drop your own account and I'll wire you 20,000.
Fantastic.
We are the typical sporty boys.
Oh no, Sika, money is not. It is nothing.
And tonight is a big night for us.
Unbelievable.
Nobody is touching us. I told them. United, they can go. We are elite club. We are comeback in Massa. If it's about pass record, the president, president. Don't cut here, baby. But they only who they see. Because I'm happy for Big Ange. On to me, stand a big hit. Yeah, you should go. This is it. The greatest ever quote of all time is Big Ange.
I win things in my second season.
Simple. Because I'm happy. I will jubilate and I pray after this very win, I get a beautiful baby girl.
Fantastic. So beautiful baby girls. So we'll wrap up here. Thank you very much to Mr. Nathan Kwao. Nathan Kwao will be on the breakfast tomorrow.
Yes.
To digest and dissect this game. But I'd like to say thank you for joining us.
Wonderful.
Do you want any final words on this game before we wrap up?
I look, Spurs, good value. You know, in terms of the win on the day. You play finals, you win finals, you don't play them. They've won a final, and I think that, you see, for Spurs, what it does is it crowns a good season, but I think it lets them think about, okay, what do we do? Do we keep Ange? Do we give him time? Do they move him on? I think for Spurs tonight they'll celebrate, but I guess it should remind them of what is possible when I'm sure they'll add players, make signings, and all. Now they have Champions League football. Very, very good for them, and I'm happy for them that they have this opportunity to mix it up with the big boys and play and all. It's something they will use to get the players. For Man United, the rebuild was always going to happen, but now it adds a certain extra layer of unwanted pressure. Now everybody will scrutinize every single thing they do. If they sign a player, they'll say, can he take them back to the top? Can he take them back to the top? And all of that. Ruben Amorim has invited another 20 tons of pressure he probably didn't need. But sometimes some of these results are good. They remind you that there's a lot of work to do. And maybe United can take the head of tonight and use it to fuel all the things they will do next season. They won't have European football next season, so they will play one game a week. Hopefully, it should give them time to think through all the things they want to do and become a more coherent side. And that this 3-4-2-1 that Ruben Amorim wants to play. They need to look at the silver lining and say that, okay, maybe there's no European football. It stinks. But it offers them a chance to sit back and think and watch the others do it. Maybe the more they watch the others do it, it will rouse them up, it will inspire them, it will push them to come back to play maybe some European football next season. But the night belongs to Spurs. For United,